Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Mystics podcast. I guess you can call this 4.5 since we did not get to cover the video game half of episode 4.
Yes.
So this, expect more video game talk. But I'm Roman.
I am Steven Sanosuke-sama once again.
And, expect more video game talk this episode. Although I don't have a whole lot because I haven't played a video game and like an actual video game until like a year ago or so.
Yeah, so basically after the last podcast, we touched mainly on the anime since we were getting caught up since the new year. Mm-hmm. But now that that's come and gone, we're going to dedicate a little bit more time this time around to video games, which we didn't really cover last time. We are going to do a little bit of anime, so we will touch a little bit, at least on some of the shows that I've watched over the last 2 weeks.
Right.
And then we'll dive into the video games that we didn't talk about, and then we'll wrap it up. And, it should be fairly straightforward. We're also going to try out something new. We did see the comment, and I had this conversation with Roman about timestamping.
Yep.
So hopefully starting with this podcast and then moving forward, we're going to start timestamping these items for you guys. So if there's a subject that you like, or an anime, or a video game, or if you just actually only care about anime or only care about video games, you can kind of just jump ahead to that section that interests you. And hopefully this kind of streamlines it for you guys, so you guys have a little bit more of an informative, enjoyable experience.
Right.
So we're gonna hopefully get that started this time, and we'll stay on top of it moving forward.
Right.
So this also is just kind of in general. We're always open to feedback. So comments like those talking about timestamps, we're open to. So as always, you guys have suggestions, recommendations, comments, concerns, please voice them, and we will address them as best we can. And if it's quality of life issues like this one where we can enhance the experience, I'm down.
Yep.
So
it's not going to be as easy for you iTunes listeners if you have any, but
okay.
For everybody that watches on YouTube, you'll get the timestamps.
Okay, excellent.
Like I told the guy that commented, I'm just lazy.
Well, no worries. I got your back.
It was like a 3.5 hour podcast. I had to go through everything.
We went through a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get that done this episode and all upcoming episodes.
Moving forward, yeah.
Yep. So, what did you catch up with this year? I mean, it's not this year.
Oh, yeah, this year. Well, this year.
These last couple weeks.
So, really, I've been... Obviously, Shield Hero has been it. I did catch a little bit more of Kaguya-sama. I think I'm about 2 or 3 episodes behind before I'm 100% caught up. And then I caught up with some more Wata Tenshi, which is, as I like to call it, the spiritual successor to Uzumade. So, you have my interest. Probably, though, my goal and my homework is to watch some more by the next time we do a show. So I'll be completely caught up, and I can give a little bit more information than this time around. But I'm going to start with Shield Hero,
right,
since that's the big one. I think I'm a little concerned. So, disclaimer, I still love Shield Hero to death. And I'm still going to dive into the mangas and jump in on those. I am looking forward to... I've heard some people kind of make rumblings in comment sections talking about things that are on the horizon. It's going to get good. I did get a little concerned, though, that it kind of felt like it was slowing down. Like, maybe it was just for build-up or character development. And that's fine. Not a bad thing. It's not.
I mean, it's 24, 25 episodes.
Oh, it is?
They got a character build.
Okay.
At this point, otherwise you're going to get too far ahead.
Got it.
In a short amount of time.
Got it. Okay. That makes a little bit of sense. I like I said, I felt that after everything was going with the show and the development and how now Fumi was becoming the Shield Hero, he's still kind of a dick. He's not as much of a dick as his other role, Sakuta, in Bunny Senpai. It's the same voice actor. But, he's also loosening up, but he's not losing himself.
Right.
So, we gained a little bit of insight. In the most recent episode, we saw a little bit of the Dark Shield coming out and all that. So, it's interesting stuff. Raftalia kind of got a nerf there. It looked like she went from being OP to getting cursed. So, I'm still 100% invested. I haven't given up yet. I just was a little like shocked. I guess I was caught off guard by the slowing down of the pace. But I mean, I say this after 3 weeks ago we had a chicken race with Princess Bitch over there. So I mean, what do I know? But
it was nice seeing the spear hero get kicked in the crotch.
Yeah, I think that was that's everybody. It's already March. That was February, January when that aired.
Yeah,
and it's already the best moment of 2019. Best anime moment of 2019. But he had it coming.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like that guy can't win at anything without cheating.
I know, right? Like I said, I'm curious though to read his spin-off where they're actually attempting to make him seem like a decent guy. So
yeah, the comedy.
Yeah, the comedy. Oh, I'm trying to be a better person. Yeah, it's a joke. So, all right, but I'm gonna keep up on it. I'm still gonna go gung ho. So far, it's still my favorite show of the season, which is why it's the only show that I'm caught up on. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I doubt I'm gonna get to the manga or get caught up in the manga by the time the 24 episodes air, but I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start getting those after the season is over.
Got it.
That way, I don't read ahead because I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that with definitely One Punch Man. I am way ahead.
Oh really? What? I saw that they're planning that to start in a month. That One Punch Man is going to start in
April.
In April.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be on my list for reactions.
Okay.
I'm definitely doing reactions to that one.
Okay.
Everybody kept asking us to do the first season, but Belle and I had already watched it, so there was no point in doing a reaction to it if we both saw it.
Got it.
If I had watched it and she hadn't, then we'd do it, because we'd done stuff like that before, but not if we both seen it.
So, you guys heard that in April, One Punch Man Season 2 reactions, it's coming.
Yep.
So.
Look forward to it. I may even see if Belle will join me.
Yeah, right on. Any thoughts to add to Shield Hero?
Shield Hero. I did like how they threw in a gotcha joke.
Oh yeah,
with
yes,
was her name Philo?
Philo, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Where he was explaining the eggs.
You
get like a one of those bird chocobo things.
Yes,
or a dragon. And he goes, "What is this? A gotcha game?"
Yes. And of course, they immediately memed that into FGO. And the terror and horror that gotcha brings, how it ends just civilization. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, and that was a good tie-in to the real world.
Yeah.
So
Raftalia going, "What's a gotcha?" Never mind. Other than that, I like how the other heroes are sticking up for him a lot more.
Yeah.
Ever since episode 4.
Yeah.
The duel, they've been kind of having his back a little more. Especially like when the king was like, "Oh, we're not going to give you anything this time as far as a reward."
Yeah.
Because you need to pay for Raftalia's slave seal removal.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you made me do that. Why do I have to pay?
Yeah, it makes the other heroes seem more reasonable.
Yeah.
And that they're not giant tools like Spear Hero is, just following orders blindly. So it does give them some character.
Yeah.
And it makes them more understanding of where Naofumi is coming from, because Naofumi's not trying to be a dick intentionally, but, you feel bad for him.
It's just kind of what he's been dealt.
Right.
He kind of has to be right now because nobody wants to deal with him.
Right. But people are waking up. At least the other heroes are waking up.
I'm waiting for the day for the princess to do enough to where they're like, okay, if she's willing to do all of this, was he actually telling the truth when he said he didn't try to assault her?
Yeah, no one's going to look into that.
But
did you see the video that I shared actually a couple of days ago where it was PewDiePie's bitch lasagna to a montage of Princess Multi?
No.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
All right, I'm gonna make a note here to share that on the Mystic pages, on the Mystic Facebook page.
All right.
So, Bitch Lasagna starring Princess Multi.
We were also introduced to the Queen.
Yes.
I remember seeing a few reaction videos where people were like, after the first episode, where she said that it was a what kind of do they run
A matriarchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they run they have a matriarchy, but everybody's like, but it's run by a king.
Right.
Now you actually see the Queen. You guys can shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because you didn't see her right away doesn't mean she isn't around.
I know, man. Everyone just needs to have like all the all the surprises spoiled for them. Nothing could be left in suspense.
I know.
Like, oh, it's a matriarch, but where's the queen? It's like, oh, she's coming.
Yeah, just give it a little bit. They don't want to introduce everything right away. You got to give you something.
Yeah, keep a little bit of surprises.
And I like how her people and her seem to be on the Shield Hero's side.
Yep, smelling a conspiracy.
Yeah. So he's got allies. It's just that they're kind of in the shadows.
Yeah. So now we need to know motivations.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much all I have for Shield. I caught up as well, so I'm watching it week to week now.
Yeah. So now that we're all caught up and watching it, it's not a whole lot to go on, but we'll see.
Next episode is tomorrow, right?
Should be tomorrow, yep. And then we'll have maybe 2 or 3 episodes by the time we get to the next podcast. So
it's Tuesday while we're recording this. That's why I'm asking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the time this is up, it had already been out.
Okay, so we'll have to get back, give you guys an update on the next one.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's all I got on Shield Hero. I'm gonna make a little mark here. There we go. All right. Let me see. I just caught up with Piano no Mori season 2. I don't think you watched season 1.
No, I have not.
No. I know there was a movie for it as well a while ago. I think it was done by Madhouse.
Oh, well.
I didn't watch it. But from what I understand, it just covers like the first part of the anime anyway.
Oh, it's one of those retelling things?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple extra scenes?
Yeah, except the movie came out before.
Oh.
Before the series.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the second season, they're just continuing. There's like a Chopin piano competition going on.
Okay.
The main character, Kei, is like one of the few Japanese in the competition.
Mm-hmm.
The judges are very one of them at least is very prejudiced.
Oh wow.
About letting a Japanese person win.
Wow.
He is definitely just trying to have the best Polish guy win.
What?
Yeah.
That's so specific.
From what I understand, I think Chopin was Polish.
Oh, okay.
From what I'm gathering here. I don't know anything about these actual pianists.
These classical...
So if I am wrong about that, let me know. I know the competition is taking place in Poland.
Okay. Makes a little more sense.
But he definitely wants a Polish guy to win. And Kei is like mopping the floor with everybody.
Yeah.
And because he just did his set the last 2 episodes, and the guy is like, I don't want to admit that he's doing well. I don't want to pass him. He didn't even pass him because they did the score sheet, and he's like, there was the one section of let him pass, and he's like, no. It's like, come on, dude.
Wow.
He's like, I can't let a Japanese person win. It's got to be a Polish guy.
And this is a drama, right? Serious
yeah, it's
anime?
a serious anime.
Wow.
It's really good. I would definitely I've recommended a few things here. I would definitely recommend this. I know my videos for this usually only get like 20 views, so there's not a whole lot of people watching it, but there should be more.
There you go. Go check it out. I know there's a bunch of you that like classical music, so go check this one out. Sounds fun.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to be incredibly angry if they do vote him out, because this guy is like pushing for it, like hard. And if the other judges listen, they're all dead to me. That's all I'm going to say.
Maybe he'll get a sword and a bow here to step up for him.
Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Okay. Did you want to go to the next one on your list?
Well, for me, the next one that I have is Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama Love is War. And so I started this one like towards the beginning of the season, and I stopped because I wasn't even finished with the last season. And so I've been watching it again, and I've been getting a little bit further, and hot damn, I'm fucking dying over here. It's so unsuspecting. And I don't know if I said this in the last podcast or not, but basically someone said that it's like Death Note levels of back and forth with like the mind games that Kaguya and the class president are playing. And pretty much just trying to outwit each other. And then in comes best girl Chica, and she's just like, ha ha ha, whatever.
Throwing all their plans.
Yeah.
Like, just shredding them up.
Yeah.
With like she's a wild card in this whole thing.
Yeah. And so that's why last night on Facebook I was watching this, and I discovered that the class president's father is actually voiced by Koyasu Takehito. And so I lost my mind again. I was like, holy crap. Oh, this is hilarious. This is great. This is fantastic. So, I'm invested. I'm definitely going to go and get caught up. Hey, Roman.
Yes.
Chin Chin. See, if you don't get that joke, then you need to go watch it. So, I've been seeing that one get memed a bit more, too.
Yeah. So. I think you posted one today, didn't you? I saw one today. I don't know if it was you who did it.
That was a friend of mine. A friend of mine posted.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
Because I do this with a couple of people on my personal Facebook where we just go back and forth tagging people in memes, and he's actually my guy that watches Kaguya-sama. He's all caught up, and so he finds, or I think he even makes his own just memes sometimes, and so he's just been tagging me in Chin Chin. I had one where it was Kiyohime from Fate Grand Order, and she's always chasing after her Anchin-sama. And so it was Kiyohime talking to Kaguya, and she goes, hey Kaguya. She's like, don't you do it. And there's a pause, and then Kiyohime goes, Anchin-sama. And then the last one is just them losing their minds. So if you don't know what Chin Chin me is, you gotta go watch Kaguya now.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Chica dance sequence from the credits on the 3rd episode, apparently that's a meme too. So every day now, it seems like 5 more cosplayers are doing this dance on YouTube. So I know there's a compilation video out there too of all of them doing it. So I said this a couple days ago to some guys I play FGO with, and that was it wholeheartedly. If Raftalia did not exist, Chica would be girl of the season. Hands down. It would go to Chica. But unfortunately, Raftalia does exist, so Chica is going to have to hold on to the silver. So,
yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm kind of... I haven't been able to decide on best girl for Kaguya yet.
Well,
like, I like Chica, but I also like Kaguya. And I'm like, I don't know which one I like. I think for now I put Chica.
Yeah.
Mainly because she seems to like more things that I like.
Right.
Like she's a board game player in the board game club.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got a bunch of board games. I play board games, although not recently. I also like that she doesn't know how to whistle, and I don't know how to whistle. So I'm just like looking at them now, going like, okay, well, which one's more like me?
Yeah.
And Chica kind of matches me a little more than Kaguya.
Well, Kaguya is an aristocrat, so
Yeah. Who likes chin chin jokes.
Chin chin. Chin chin.
Man.
So,
but I am completely caught up. I caught up on Sunday.
nice.
Watched 4 episodes back to back to back to back. I just got to release it.
Yeah, I gotta do my part now.
So yeah, well, by the next time there'll be another 2 or so episodes out. So
yeah, I'll be caught up. I think by this weekend I should be caught up at least.
And also got to say, I really, really like the theme song, the opening.
Oh, the opening?
Yeah,
the opening's pretty legit. I was caught off guard by it. I don't know who sings it. Dude definitely sounds like an older school guy.
Oh, I've seen that guy. I watched the video of him actually singing it.
Oh wow! Like, was the music video?
No, it was like a live performance.
Okay.
But I posted it on the Discord. Let me see if I can get this up here. I'll just keep the volume down because I don't want copyright. On YouTube, you'll get that. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much exactly how I pictured him when I heard
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah. He looks like he stepped out like the 70s or the 80s.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And the theme actually looks like it should be in the 70s.
Yeah, sounds like that.
I think I've mentioned, in the first or second episode that it kind of reminds me of a Bond like opening.
Yep. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
For those who don't know, I'm talking about James Bond.
Yes. In the 70s, that would be still Sean Connery? I think? Did we already move on to Roger Moore by the 70s?
Might have been Roger Moore. I think Sean Connery only did a couple.
Okay.
Like one or two or something like that.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to get a bunch of comments telling us how many James Bond movies Sean Connery did.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind either. Let me know.
That's okay, because if you want to talk about someone who knew about Chin Chin, James Bond knew all about Chin Chin. You just see, man. You're just like Kaguya. You just can't hold it in, man. Chin Chin.
My God, I'm just not like rolling on the floor.
No.
Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Kaguya.
Yes.
It's great.
Yes. Go watch it. It earns the props. It earns the praise. It earns the memes. Totally.
Yeah. You've seen the other guy, also, right?
I shared it. I shared him. Was it Easy Iganami or Iganai? Yeah.
Ishigami or something?
Ishigami, yes. Ishigami-kun. Press F for our poor boy. He's now dead. Passed on to the other realm.
I feel so bad for that guy.
You know, he's just doing his best. And, you know, he is basically all of us. He died for our sins.
Multiple times. He died, resurrected, then died again.
So out here, we actually have a cosplay gathering going on, I think, in a week or two. And the same guy that's tagging me in Kaguya-sama memes, he's actually going to cosplay Ishigami. And he made the fan.
Oh, really?
He made Chica's, fan. I'm going to try to pull it up while I'm talking. So he likes cosplaying those dork characters. But, you know, props to him. And he's actually going to let people smack him with it. So it's not just one thing to make it, it's another to actually let people smack him with it.
He's got to find someone to cosplay as
Chica.
Yeah. To do it at least once.
Yeah. By the way, since I'm on his Facebook page, I'm going to show this to you since you watch Slime.
The Quiet Girls.
Yeah, Roman got the joke. And I'm all like, oh, Rimuru, such a dick.
Yeah. He's funny, though.
Yeah. But yeah, go watch Kaguya-sama. Chin Chin.
Yeah, go watch it. Let's see. Everybody knows I got to talk about Bang Dream at least once during an episode.
It's fine. You always talk about Bang Dream. I talk about FGO. That's our gimmicks.
Totally. All right. For anybody who actually watches Bang Dream, it's actually getting a lot more views now than it used to. Like the last one, I think, had over 100 views.
You know, after the last podcast, you must have triggered my phone because I started seeing ads for the game on my phone, on Facebook Mobile.
Really?
My phone must have heard you.
Well, these last few episodes, they've been kind of, I don't know, like putting a little conflict between the band, Poppin' Party, the main band in the franchise.
Okay.
They were having their culture festival at the school. And it was actually a combined culture festival with another school.
Okay.
And Poppin' Party wanted to do a show because that was when they did their first show, so it was a 1-year anniversary type of thing. And their guitar player, Tai Hanazono, she wanted to practice a lot more to get better because they also want to do this self-sponsored show later on. But she wants to practice and get better and better, so that she's ready for the shows. And she ends up taking on a support job with the new band. I cannot pronounce the final like part of the name.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go with the abbreviation of Raz.
Okay.
She took on the guitar support for them until they find a new guitar player. But basically, they had a show, 2 shows, during the Culture Festival. And she thought she could do both. The shows for Raz and make it in time for the Culture Fest to do the 1-year show for Pop and Party. The only problem was on the day they were supposed to have their performance, Raz ended up having a 3-song encore.
Wow.
And she missed it. She missed she missed the 1-year Pop and Party show.
Drama.
Yeah. So there's going to be a little bit of drama going on. I got to find out Thursday what is going to happen, because yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to know what they're going to do, if they're going to if she's going to end up leaving because she feels bad about what happened, or what. So I don't know.
And then they'll come together because they realize something friendship.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a lot of friendship stuff in this. I'm sure you can get that.
I've seen Love Live.
Yeah. Only this is better because it's rock bands.
Wow, shots fired. All right. Okay. I'm not disagreeing with him either. I hope you guys notice that. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just laughing.
I mean, if you want idols, there's an idol group in Bang Dream. I've mentioned it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of them are rock bands, and they're all like different genres too. So, like, I consider Pop and Party kind of a pop rock kind of band. Afterglow is just straight rock. Roselia is like, I always say they're like hard rock metal.
Okay.
Maybe with a little goth in there because of their outfits.
Who's the death metal? Oh yeah. Who's death metal? That's what I'm interested in, man.
No death metal.
Oh.
They would be the closest to any kind of metal.
Okay.
Pastel Palettes is just maybe like more pop, but with a little rock because they play their own instruments. Hello Happy World is a little mix of everything. I don't know what they are. Like, they play rock. They had a rap song. They're all over the place.
Interesting.
So, yeah. And Hello Happy World has a bear mascot. And 3 of the members don't even know that it's a mascot. They think it's an actual bear that can DJ and talk.
Well, okay. And their name is Oh Happy Dream?
No, that's Hello Happy World.
Hello Happy World. Okay.
Hello Happy World. With Kokoro, the girl that can jump from a 3rd-story window and do cartwheels afterwards.
That girl ain't got bones. Damn. Okay. Alrighty then.
All right. So yeah, that's my obligatory Bang Dream talk for now.
How's the game?
Oh man, they're still doing the White Day event right now. I like that. No matter when you start playing the game, you can always go back and watch the story for all of the events. Like, they have them all unlocked. You just don't get the rewards.
Got it.
But you can go back and watch all of them if you want.
Dope.
And this event, White Day, follows Karusetto from Hello Happy World. She is your prince-type character.
Okay.
She's got all of, like, the girls following her around. They're cheering her on, you know. Basically, they're, like, in love with her. Even some of the girls from some of the other bands are, like, fans of her. And she wanted to put on a musical for all of her fans for White Day, for everybody that gave her stuff for Valentine's Day. So she got some people together and put on a show for everybody.
Nice.
Putting in specific things that they wanted into the show. Like, she went to her fans and asked them, what would you like to see in this? And then put it in. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. I like Kaoru. She's funny. Because she talks like she's in a Shakespearean play.
Got it. Alright.
Her favorite word? Fleeting. She says that all the time. And she said it like 100 times during this. during this event.
Sounds fun.
It was
The Persona ended already? The collab with Persona?
Yeah, the collab ended earlier in the week. I think it was last Friday.
Okay.
It ended. This one's gonna last until I think this Friday.
Okay.
And then I think Monday or Tuesday they'll start the next one.
Dope.
I don't know what it is yet though. I gotta look it up. But hopefully they give like some good rewards.
Nice.
And maybe this time I'll get something from the gacha because I didn't get anything this time. But then again, I spent all my stuff on the Persona, and I missed one character, which upset me. But
whack.
Yeah. But whatever. I can't be putting $100 in every time like I did that one time. But okay, Bang Dream done. All right, and you said you were a couple episodes behind on Slime?
Oh, yeah. So I'm like 2 episodes behind on Slime. What am I talking about? Okay, so I saw that he had gone to the city with the humans, and he's now instructing all of what's her name? Shizu's old kids. And so that's kind of where I stopped. It makes sense now because we've seen the kids in the end credits for a while now, but now we actually get to meet them and see what they're all about. Yeah, that's where I stopped. So I know that I think like 2 episodes, maybe I think even an episode yesterday came out. Yep. So I'm a little bit behind. So I don't know much about the kids other than they exist, and Rimuru is in human form all the time. So. I don't know personally if the kids know about the whole slime thing and all that, but I'm sure that that'll come into play really soon. But I feel that Slime is also kind of in the Shield Hero phase now, where Slime has kind of gone through a couple of arcs, so now we're just kind of building to the next one. So it's slowing down basically to build up for the next one coming. So.
They don't have a lot of time. There's only like 4 episodes left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the season.
Oh, boy.
So maybe they'll end it on a cliffhanger or something.
Well,
pull a berserk on us.
Yeah. I think that they'll wrap it up. They're usually pretty good. And it's about, 6 to 7 episodes per story arc, really, with Slime. So I'm pretty sure, with 4 episodes more or less to go, I'm sure that they'll wrap it up neatly. But in a sense, yes, it will be a cliffhanger because they'll just kind of neatly wrap it up, and it'll be like Rimuru looking at the mountains and being like, I wonder what the future has in store. And then that's the end. and until whatever animation studio gets done on whatever summer anime that they're animating right now as we speak, and then they'll go back to doing more Slime. Yeah. I wanted to talk more about Wataten, but I think I'm going to hold off on that until I go watch some more episodes. I am going to show Roman. Did you see this thing that I shared from Watatenshi?
Maybe. I do see a lot of stuff that you post.
Okay.
But there's so much of it.
Okay.
It's hard to tell if it's you posting it or
someone else. Yeah,
one of the
I got
anime
you.
pages I follow.
So pretty much this is what kind of set me off. So. You ever play Yoshi's Island?
I have not, but I'm assuming that's the music.
So apparently that's a meme. Apparently. And so I learned about that meme from PewDiePie, of all people. And when I was all like, why is everybody using the music from Yoshi's Island? You guys want to play Yoshi's Island? I played Yoshi's Island when I was in the 6th grade, man. This is coming out of nowhere. But, yeah, I'm going to get back to Wataten and come back with a more comprehensive report. So until then, I'm going to leave Roman with that. I have been telling people, though, that if you play FGO, go watch Wataten, because it's basically Gudako and Mashu, the anime. It's just the adventures of Gudako and Mashu.
I see a lot of that.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that was unintentional or not, but I'm eating it up. So yeah, I will come back. And yeah, and hopefully with Slime too, there'll be a little bit more to come back and talk about. Because right now the last couple of stories all kind of wrapped up neatly. And then, what was sad about Slime too was Medium was kind of growing on me too. Normally Medium is not really my type, flat, energetic, lowly type. But she was growing on me, and now she's gone. So of course. So hopefully she comes back. Otherwise, we might get bored again. But, we still got ogre waifus and dragon waifus, so I'll live. But yeah, Slime. Did you pre-order the Nendo? The Rimuru Nendo?
No, I do have a pre-order for a Shion figure, though.
No, the figure. You got the figure.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a Shion Nendo. I opted not to get the statue or the figure, and I'm hoping that they come out with the Shion Nendo.
They probably will.
Yeah, if she was popular enough to get a statue, I think she'd be popular enough to get a Nendo.
Well, it's her in a bikini, so. With Rimuru.
Of course.
I also have the Milim one.
Oh, the medium statue?
Yeah, I have that pre-order too. That doesn't come out till next year, though.
Doof.
Which gives me plenty of time to save up money.
Correct.
Then again, with the 20 that I have pre-ordered, I go crazy with my pre-orders.
Well, you should see mine.
Every time I see something, I'm like, pre-order.
I have a bunch of pre-orders to make too. So we should do an episode one day where it's all like figures and stuff. We'll do
merch?
an episode.
Just talk about merch?
We'll do a merch episode someday.
That sounds good. I got a lot of merch.
Yeah, you do. You
do too.
You guys should see this Emperor Penguin Roman gave me from Kimono Friends. And that's an anime I've completely neglected. I do want to watch the second season, and I know that people have been saying, oh, it's ass. And it's like, you know what? I'm enough of a fan, though, that I'll at least give it a crack. So I do want to see season 2 of Kimono Friends, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky and Emperor Penguin will actually be in it. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. I think the only 2 shows I got to catch up to now are the Quintuplets.
Yes.
And Neverland.
Did you start on the Promised Neverland?
I have not. I haven't started either of them.
Okay.
But I do want to catch up to them, and now that I've caught up to Kaguya, I can spend time on Sunday to actually watch multiple episodes of those 2 shows.
Okay, right on.
So,
yeah, I was up to last week. I was caught up on Promised Neverland. It's it's a lot easier to stay on top of anime when you're doing it week to week. But if you fall behind like more than 2 weeks, man, it's a pain.
Yeah, because it's like, do I really want to watch 2 episodes?
Yeah, I mean, 2 episodes is about like the breaking threshold. Anything more than 2 episodes, it's like, oh man, what an investment. And it's just anime. It's not like you're putting money in something. It's just time. So, but still, it's such a chore.
Makes it even worse when it's an anime that's not even very interesting and you're trying to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Luckily, the ones that I've caught up on have not been that way. Shield Hero, Kaguya, all that. They've all been really good, so I've been like, I want to watch more.
Chin.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Now that you bring that up, I think I'm actually kind of a mix of all of the characters.
All the characters in Kaguya?
Yeah, like they all have little
quirks
that I could see me doing.
Yeah.
Like Ishigami.
Yeah.
That dude. His whole I'm just gonna go die.
Yeah, but he died doing what he loves. So props to him, Yeah. How many of us can say that we all went out living our dreams?
One of my favorite lines he said was I think it was the second time he said he was going to leave.
Yeah.
He was like, I think I got Stockholm Syndrome, so I'm going to go home.
Oh, man. What a good show. Came out of nowhere. What a good show. And now they're advertising the manga to me when I go on Amazon. And they're all like, you might be interested in Kaguya-sama Love is War. And I'm all like...
I am, but not right now.
No. I don't know. I think I don't know. I could be wrong. Probably everyone's going to go, no. But I think that a show like Kaguya-sama, I think is better as an anime than a manga. I think a lot of those gags are just better in motion. than reading them on a static page.
Ah.
That's how I think. It's very rare that you see this, but I think the gimmicks and the jokes are a little bit better in anime form. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I have been seeing that a lot of people say that it's actually a very good adaptation.
Yeah.
Of the manga.
Yeah.
Like they haven't left out a whole lot, and
So that's a good sign then.
yeah.
So that's probably why I feel like that. But yeah, I definitely think that it's a really, really solid anime, and if that's the case, it's good to know that I'm not missing much by not reading the manga. But
I'll probably read it.
Yeah,
Eventually. Like I got a lot of stuff I gotta continue reading.
Yeah, never say never.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for anime, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, because I mean, you said you were gonna watch more of that other show.
Yeah, I will get back to you guys in the next time, and I will be more on it. I will be more responsible. I think that I'll have a lot more downtime, so I'll be able to come back to you guys, and we'll do more anime the next time.
Yeah.
Definitely more in depth. But I agree with Roman. Let's get back into the heart of the matter, what we didn't talk about the last time. What we're going to talk about today for the majority of the rest of this podcast will now be video games. As a matter of fact, to be honest, if you guys came for the anime, if you liked the anime discussion, we're pretty much done with that. So if you are bowing out, we will see you next time.
Yeah.
For the rest of you guys, this is going to be video games all the way until the end.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome to the video games portion. We will be basically doing what we should have been doing the last time we had a podcast, and then a little bit extra because some new developments and whatnot have come out.
Yeah.
So would you like to get us started, or you want me to go more?
Well, let's see. I think I'll start with something that you don't have on there.
Sure.
And that was I haven't heard much about it lately, so I'm assuming it's already blown over.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jump Force controversies that were going on about, what's his name?
Vic?
No, Jump Force.
Jump Force.
The
Then
video
I
game.
don't know. Then I don't know what it is.
Why can't I remember his name? The dude from Boku no Hero Academia.
Midoriya?
Yeah, Midoriya. Being a racist.
Oh, wait. Deku is a racist?
Yeah, because
Explain.
there's a scene. They have the characters, talk to each other between the fights, and one of Deku's is. They show him, and he goes, "A villain. I gotta protect everybody." And then they go to Piccolo, and he goes, "I'm not a villain. I'm a Namekian." But because he labeled Piccolo as a villain without knowing him, they're saying he's a racist because he just kind of judged him based on what he looks like.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Exactly, yeah. They did.
Y'all are making a controversy over that?
Yeah.
Deku comes from a world where they have pink skin and fucking... One of his best friends is a fucking bird who controls his shadow as his fucking power.
Oh, Tokuyami.
Thank you.
I remember last time I tried to remember his name. I couldn't do it. Yeah.
So, of course he would naturally be suspicious until proven otherwise. What? And what in the arc where what was it? It was All Might versus the Nomu. Did you see how fucking weird the Nomu looked? I mean, can you blame Deku for being a little bit paranoid about people that don't look human-esque? So
He doesn't already know.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, there was a thing about that. There was I kept seeing videos all over YouTube about it and articles, and it's like, come on, people.
Here's the thing too. I don't know if I've said this before. I don't even know if Roman knows this. Maybe Roman just knows this just by talking to me. But I'm not a DBZ fan. I fell out of DBZ very, very quickly. I didn't last too long, and this was me as a kid. I don't remember if Roman remembers us growing up here in the area, but we used to have Dragon Ball on the old Channel 20.
Yeah,
and then it went to Cartoon Network, probably around high school.
Yeah, actually high school. I think
High
the Channel 21 was the Ocean dub, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was when they didn't have the license to get past, Raditz. So they kept showing Raditz over and over again.
Well, no, they got up to the Ginyu Force.
Yeah.
And then they didn't go any further.
Yeah.
And I kept wondering what happened.
Same. And so I just got frustrated and gave up. After, like, going all the way back to goddamn Raditz, and then fucking Nappa and Vegeta, and I'm like, if I see Vegeta get KO canned one more fucking time, I swear to God. But it was not... It didn't happen not too long after I got frustrated with DBZ and, you know, just like, I give up. I discovered other animes like Ranma and Tenchi. So this was about your mid to late 90s, more or less, between like 95 and 99. Mm-hmm. So I started discovering other stuff and I was like, oh, whoa, oh, this, you know, what is this? And then it dawned on me, because I didn't even know it was Japanese at the time. That's how insulated I was. I didn't know that the Japanese...
was just a cartoon.
Yeah, it was just a cartoon. Literally just a cartoon. I had no idea that the Japanese were making animations on their own. And it wasn't until I got into, like, later on in middle school and then high school that I discovered, you know, oh, it's a Japanese style called anime. And here we are.
Yep.
But... yeah, when I started discovering other things, then I really was all like, oh, what the fuck is a DBZ? Why am I wasting my time? And, you know, that's not to say that I didn't still do it, because, you know, Roman and I, we had a couple of the same high school friends,
yeah.
And they were, you know, a lot of you guys were DBZ guys, and so I still kind of, like, followed it a little bit, but I definitely wasn't on your guys' level, for sure.
Was it like you followed based on what we were talking about? So
More or less.
Caught up?
More or less, you know, I just kind of rolled with it. But I didn't really care, and now for sure I definitely don't care. Especially, you know, with the huge ocean that we have of anime and all that. But at the same time, I get it. I understand DBZ, and even though I don't per se respect it, like I said, I'm more of a Fist of the North Star guy over a Dragon Ball, for sure, over Dragon Ball. But I get it. I understand it. It was the first anime for a lot of people. And for a lot of other people, it's their only anime.
Yeah.
Like, you might talk to somebody, and he'll be like a super jock, a super sports fan. But if you ask them, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Probably they will say yes.
Yeah, probably.
Probably they'll say yes.
I mean, there are UFC fighters, NFL players. There's all kinds of people that have watched Dragon Ball Z. There was, I can't remember his name, but there was a mixed martial artist who would do the Kamehameha after he won a fight.
Yeah. And so I get that. I get its influence. I get its relevance. I get that. So, yeah. So how does this tie into Boku Hero?
I don't know. I was wondering.
You just got all this. We've been all this far. So yeah, oh man, I don't know. Dragon Ball fans are fucking weird, man. They're so weird. But I mean, well, how much did you guys make on the Broly movie? Like 10 million or some shit?
Oh god, no. I think just in the U.S. it was 30 mil.
Like 30.
I think it was like 100 mil worldwide. Something like that.
That's a little less than half of the lowest expectation of Captain Marvel. They're thinking on the low end Captain Marvel will make 80 million, and y'all gave Dragon Ball Z 30. So that's and obviously Broly is nowhere near MCU levels, but y'all gave it almost half of that. Almost half of that.
I mean, those fights were amazing. That's all I'm going to say.
Damn.
The fights themselves was worth admission.
Damn.
And she was definitely worth admission
too. see, that's why Roman is the motherfucker of motherfuckingest, because he'll go to a DBZ movie and come out with a waifu.
Yeah.
that's impressive.
I mean, years and years of just Bulma, Android 18, and Chi-Chi.
We can't talk about Bulma no more. You know Vic. Hashtag stand with Vic. We can't talk about Bulma no more.
Throwing a new girl, yeah.
See, even Roman moved on. He's all like, what? Bulma's starting shit? Monica Real? Out of here. I found a new waifu. Let's go. Done with you. So, real quick, DBZ, that was only in dub, right? The movie? The movie?
They released the movie here, yeah, just dubbed.
It was only dub, okay.
I was a little disappointed. I was hoping for the Japanese sub.
No worries, we already talked about Vic. We're not going to get too much deep into that. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've pretty much established DBZ, right? So,
Yeah.
If anything, I would say that just the fact that they had such a conversation like that between probably Boku Hero is probably more mainstream than Dragon Ball currently, but that to show what's super mainstream and popular now, which is Boku Hero, reference what is super mainstream from ages ago, Dragon Ball.
Right.
That should be pretty impressive, that they gave Boku Hero that exposure. Because it could have been Naruto. Naruto could have been like, damn, Piccolo, you look hella suspicious. But they didn't. Instead, they gave it to Deku. So that, I think, is a little bit of a nod to the influence that Boku Hero has. And to kind of see just something sinister in that, that's a stretch.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you also have to think that Piccolo, he used to be a villain.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say that too, but yes, thank you.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball, he started off as a villain.
Correct.
And then it wasn't until Z that he became one of the...
Yeah, he had a face turn. Yeah. So, and that's kind of like, then how far off is it? How far bad? He was a bad guy. He started off as a bad guy.
Yeah.
So calling him a bad guy, how is that how is that wrong? That's, come on, people. Come on, people.
Yeah, I never found anything.
You know, you're gonna have to send me some of these articles or YouTube videos of people complaining about this, because I need a laugh.
I'll send some.
Yes, please do, or post it in the group in the Facebook page or something. This is so bad. Come on, guys, you're better than this.
And the other thing that was a big topic as far as Jump Force.
Oh, there's more?
There was one other one.
Oh, no.
And again, like I said, I haven't heard much about it, so I'm hoping it just kind of died off.
Okay.
But the lack of female characters.
Oh, yeah.
They always have this conversation whenever there's a game like this.
Oh, yeah.
The lack of female characters to choose from. There's only like 3 or 4. I mean, shonen anime is mainly male-focused, so most of the characters are male. I'm not saying there aren't any good female characters. I would have liked to have seen Claire or Teresa from Claymore. That would have been pretty cool, because that's Shonen Jump.
Yes.
But just, I don't know. A lot of the female characters are just like support kind of side characters. Except for like Bleach. There's a lot of female characters in that.
So,
and Naruto.
Yeah. So from my understanding, in terms of, okay, when you said support, do you mean support as in they're not playable in Jump Force, or support as in their role in their respective series is a support character?
In the series.
In the series, okay. Because I was going to say, I was like, Rukia was a full-fledged playable character, and I saw Maximilian was playing around with Boa Hancock. I saw him play.
Yeah.
So in the game, they're fully playable.
They have Boa,
Rukia.
And I think there's one other. I think it's another Bleach character.
Female Bleach character? I have no idea.
I don't know. I never watched Bleach, and I never read the manga. So.
So what I did see, though, I know what you're talking about in terms of Rukia, and what was funny was that someone did say, oh, well, yeah, Rukia's in there, but it's like the gimped Rukia that's not even at like her full power level. And I'm like, holy shit, shut up. Damn. And it was like, Bleach opened with Rukia being gimped from the get-go because she gave her power to Ichigo. Fine, we all know that. But yes, I do get it. Once Rukia got access to her Bankai back, she became fucking OP as shit. So, it's like, okay, fine. You know she's powerful. And I'm sure in the game she's perfectly fine. People just want to bitch sometimes. But here's the thing. Shonen Jump literally means young boy.
Yep.
It's literally in the title. Shonen Jump. Shonen Force. Jump Force.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys. They didn't give you your waifus because they're going to sell them to you as DLC. Alright? You're going to get your female fighters pack, and it's going to have fucking Sakura, and Hinata, and Ochako, and fucking Videl, and they're going to sell them to you at $5 a character. You guys know this is coming. Come on.
Which they did announce the first DLC pack, and I think there was only 2 female characters.
There you go. $5 each.
Let me see.
$6.99, $7 each.
Jump Force DLC. I know one of them was from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
I cannot remember her name though. But I know she got really muscular.
That's hot.
If you want to keep talking while I look.
Oh yeah, no, you know, it's a game that when I first heard about it and I saw that it was a little mix of everybody, I kind of had a feeling that it was a game that they were planning to keep around for a long time. So I'm not surprised that they held back a bunch of characters, and definitely popular characters. From my knowledge, like even Yugi is in the game, but he's not playable. He's like a support, which I don't even understand how that functions in the game.
Oh no, he's playable.
He is playable.
He is playable.
Okay,
yeah, he's playable.
Then okay.
Okay, so they added it says Biscuit. Hunter.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's actually her name. They are adding All Might though.
That's a little busted.
He'll probably get Best Fight for the next Crunchyroll Awards.
Oh, jeez. From the movie?
No, from the game. They'll be like, "Oh, that fight was awesome. He gets Best Fight."
Just what do you do? Beat up Goku?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of female characters, but I mean, most of the shonen series they're all like male characters, except for like I said, side type characters like Sakura or like Temari from Naruto and all that.
Yeah.
Not saying they aren't cool. This might have been nice to have maybe a couple of them, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, it's the waifus are definitely secondary, and I do agree. I'm always down for more characters that are well developed, well defined. It doesn't matter if they're the main character or not. I actually heard that a couple of months ago recently that they're switching focus from like Deku and Boku Hero to like Kaminari anyways. So I thought that was pretty clever to like shift focus to another character. But shows like Naruto and Bleach, where you have like 50 characters, you can do that. And why other shows haven't really done that is beyond me. But at the same time, when you know, it was almost like Naruto really took that, because it used to be like we were coming from a Yu Yu Hakusho or a DBZ or Rurouni Kenshin, where it was like the main character and then his squad, but there was maybe like 5 or 6 of them tops. Max. That was the party, if we're using RPG terms. That was like the party. You know, it's the main character and then his squad. And it was like you could almost always pick out the archetype, you know? It was all like the rival now turned best friend, the former enemy now allied with main character, the love interest, the other love interest, the love interest's love interest. So it was like you can pick the archetypes. Because again, Shonen Jump, it's not a complicated formula. You know, and then you think about it, even like Yu-Gi-Oh! Had the same thing too. It was like Yugi, Joey, Tristan, and Mai, and fucking Taya.
Yeah.
So literally, even Yu-Gi-Oh's not even really like a fighting, violent show. It's a fucking card game, and even that still followed the formula. You know, it's almost like that's part of the requirement to get into Shonen Jump. You have to complete their checklist. Do you have the team party setup? Yes? Okay, you can come in. So, don't be dumb, people. Come on. Don't ruin Boku Hero. I want to see videos on this. I want to see who is complaining and how they are complaining. I'm very much interested in this, but come on, guys. You're better than this.
I think one thing I'm kind of surprised about, as far as the Jump Force thing, as far as characters for any game that is just Jump, like Shonen Jump related, I have not seen any Shaman King characters at all.
They said that they were going to put Yo, right? I think I saw something about Yo.
Mai's not in there. I know that.
I swear I saw something about Yo.
And I know the last one that they did for Shonen Jump, they didn't have any Shaman King either.
That's whack. So
if there's any controversy, I think it's the lack of shaman representation.
Oh, but they put fucking Jotaro, Dio, and Kenshiro in there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Did Rao make it from Fist of the North Star?
I didn't see
Rao and his fucking horse?
No, Rao. Not this time. He was in the last one.
Yeah. Because they didn't want fucking Rao to go over there and bitch slap Deku, that's why. Get the fuck out of here! fucking have his horse beat up All Might. God, I would love that. Oh my god. Beat up All Might. God. His horse would eat like Gone from Hunter x Hunter. Just eat him. Anyways.
But yeah, those were the two controversies from Jump Force.
Jeez, you guys.
And both of them are just kind of like, why?
Man.
In my opinion, they're both like, why? Why are we even arguing about this?
I'm gonna watch some of these videos, and we may or may not come back to this topic. So,
yeah.
Just send me info.
Yeah, well, let us know what your thoughts are on that.
Yes, does Piccolo look like a goddamn villain or not? Yay or nay? Please say something in the comments. Thank you.
He does. He does. Coming from a Dragon Ball fan, he does. I'm not even going to deny it. The only reason I don't call him a villain now is because I know he's not.
Right, because you know.
But if I was just to meet him on the street, I might think, oh, man, I want to stay clear of that guy.
Goddamn Namekians.
Got antenna.
Dangerous.
But yeah, what about you?
So first off, I want to start by saying I finished Resident Evil 2. And by finished, I means I played everything except Leon B. So this I actually felt was a nice throwback to what I remember back in 7th grade, I think? 97, I think. So yeah, like 97, 98 maybe. No, 97, because I was still in middle school. I wasn't in high school. It was pretty good. It was very well done. There was moments and locations that they actually replicated right from my memories. Like, I immediately knew where things were, where things were found. But it had the control scheme of the more modern day games. Now, I got a little bit too confident because the last Resident Evil I really hardcore played was 5. And 5 had an overabundance of ammo, I felt. And so, there was times in 2 Remake where I was running around with, like, no ammo or no bullets. I was just running to the next bullet. So, in terms of creating actual suspense and all that, it was pretty good. But after Leon A was the very first playthrough I did, and I didn't know that Leon just in general is a lot harder than Claire. So that was my fault. But
that's what she said.
Looking back at it now, and then when you actually learn about like management and how kneecapping them basically is the way to go instead of headshots.
Just make sure they can't run at you.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, knee shots are the way to go in Remake. Yeah. And so I was very pleasantly surprised. I wasn't really thinking that I was going to be that interested or enjoy myself as much as I did, but I'm glad I did. It was really good. It was a nice throwback. I like the retro costumes. If you got, I believe, the Collector's Edition, you can turn on low polygon graphics, so it makes them look like they did in PlayStation 1. Wow. So that was really nice. And then they're doing something similar with Devil May Cry. So I will bring this up as well when we get to Devil May Cry. But you can actually turn on the old music.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it's only, I think that was also like a pre-order bonus, or only with the special super collector's edition, they gave you the old vintage soundtrack pack. So normally there's not a whole lot of music that plays in Remake, but if you go to like the East Office and whatnot, or the hallway, the music plays just like it did on the PlayStation 1 version. So, again, that was very nostalgic. I give them mad props for that. And I know, it seems to be that these days everybody wants to just shit all over big name companies, all our old school favorites like Konami, Square, and Capcom. But, they'll praise the latest shit ass indie game from some no-name loser in their garage. And I'm still the opposite, because for fuck's sake, man, these are the guys that raised me. They got me from Nintendo to Super Nintendo to PlayStation and now to today. And I just, you're asking me to turn my back on them. I can't do that. To me, they still haven't given me a reason to turn on them. And that's fine. Sell out, shill, Tool. I'll take it. That's fine. I still have my memories. I still have my good times, and that's some of the happy, fun times that I've had video gaming is from these guys. So, it's a lot better than playing the 47th fucking Spike platformer game on Steam that you can buy for $3.99. So, I have no beef with any of them. Maybe a little bit more with Konami, because I think they've pretty much given up on video games, but, whatever. I'm still going to go back and play, like, Metal Gear 5 at some point.
Would this be like the gamer version of That's Not Music?
Yes. Yes. But, to be all like, Square is just garbage and Capcom is garbage, it's like, nah. I think that they're still trying to appease the hardcore fans, the classic fans. They're still trying to appease them, but at the same time, they're still trying to innovate themselves. And it's not impossible, because we have seen it with Resident Evil 2 Remake, with Monster Hunter, with Devil May Cry. We see that they still have the magic. Even Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V finally hit their 2 million goal, like 2 million units sold. And considering that it's been such an uphill battle because everyone's just been shitting on them since Street Fighter V dropped, for them to finally have surpassed 2.1 or 2.3 million units sold, props to them. They just had to keep moving forward, and you do listen to the fan base, you improve what you can, but at the end of the day, you just put out the best you can, and hopefully it sticks. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. What's funny is this actually tied into a conversation I had a couple weeks ago, where someone actually said, "Oh, the fans really want like a new IP from Capcom," and I was like, "No, they don't. No, they don't. If you go look at the polls, where it's all like Capcom's like asking the fans, what do they want? They all want sequels.
Give us Mega Man.
They want like Mega Man 13. They want Darkstalkers 4.
Ooh,
they don't want a new IP. They got a new IP. Who remember me? Who talks about Remember Me? That was a new IP. Where did it go? Fucking nowhere. So, no, it's not that everyone wants a new IP. They want the existing IPs to be good and fun. And so, and that's all they got to do. They don't need to reinvent Resident Evil or the fighting game genre. They just need to make what's already worked. They need to make that good. And so if they can do that, then it's fine. People will buy Street Fighter 6. They'll buy Devil May Cry 6. They'll buy Mega Man 13. So, but that's up to Capcom. They got to do it. I know that they have their, if it doesn't sell 2 million units, it's not worth our time. Yeah, you got to scale that back a little bit. Yeah. So it's definitely on them, but like I said, I haven't given up completely on them. Square Enix either. I bought Final Fantasy 15. I played it for like an hour, but still not going to deter me from saying Final Fantasy is fun. I skipped Kingdom Hearts 3 completely, but that's because I stopped after Kingdom Hearts 2. And that's, not necessarily that it's a bad game or anything, but, as you'll learn later when I talk about Devil May Cry, that's really, when you put Kingdom Hearts versus Devil May Cry is going to win in my book every day, all day, every hour. So, in conclusion, to wrap it all up, Resident Evil 2 is dope. X gonna give it to you. I do want to see the Thomas the Tank engine. They replaced Mr. X with Thomas the Tank engine.
Really?
So, when DMX starts playing and Thomas the Tank is coming at you, it's pretty terrifying. So, pretty much, the character's name is Mr. X. Mr. X chases you throughout the police building,
right?
The police station. And so, when Mr. X is in close proximity to you, like if he's in the same room, you start to hear like his music, and if he gets closer to you, the music gets louder and louder. So what they did is they literally just replaced that music file with DMX, X gonna give it to you. So whenever you hear DMX, y'all can't get none because I ain't got it. That means get the fuck out. So, yeah.
Oh,
but, that wasn't good enough. Then they made Mr. X, they put him in a thong, and then that wasn't good enough. Then they just straight changed him into Thomas the Tank Engine. And at certain points, it doesn't trigger all the time. I think you need to do really specific things. Mr. X will break down the wall, basically. And when he breaks down the wall and Thomas the Tank comes out, that's where it's all like, oh, well, that's kind of scary. So,
I mean, if it was going to break down walls, couldn't they have done the Kool-Aid guy?
Maybe it was too much to render. It was too hard to mod.
Maybe.
But actually, before I get off Resident Evil 2, I do want to put this out there to all the people in the world: Ada or Claire. And if your answer is not Claire, you're wrong. Yeah. No, Ada. See, I'm already at odds. So I'm like, again, I just don't like Ada. When it comes to Ada and Claire, Jill is my overall Resident Evil best grill Jill sandwich. But when it comes to Resident Evil 2, definitely Claire over Ada. Ada is just she's such a liar, conniving little hussy. But yeah. Let it say in the comments, who are you, Team Claire, Team Ada? Only in regards to Resident Evil 2. And if you guys come out and like, Shiva! No. Keep it in context, only Resident Evil 2. And then if you want to say who's your favorite Resident Evil girl afterwards, fine. But right now, in context of Resident Evil 2, Ada or Claire, sound off in comments.
Okay. I still need to play Resident Evil 2.
It was fun. It was really fun.
That's what my cousin says. She played it, or at least watched somebody play it.
Yeah.
And I watched like one Let's Play.
Nice.
With Markiplier.
Yep.
I don't know. I like Markiplier, but there's a lot of times where he just annoys me. I don't know. Maybe it's his fast talking that does it.
Maybe.
Where he's like like making his voice higher and higher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, just play. Okay. Anyway. Overwatch has a new character coming out.
You know, I saw that. He's like a grenade launcher type or something?
Yeah, he's a combat medic named Baptiste.
Okay.
I don't exactly know where he's from. It's definitely one of the African countries.
Okay.
I think. But it seems pretty cool. I watched his origin story not too long ago, so I can at least talk about him a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does a good deal of damage, actually, for a healer. From what I saw. Because I was watching Seagull play him a little bit.
Yeah.
And, he was just in the training room.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 straight shots of his gun, and it killed one of those robots. So, it's pretty good, in my opinion, for a healer.
Interesting.
He's able to he's got this thing called like an immortality shield or something where it keeps you from dying.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think his ult, it's a force wall.
Mm-hmm.
But when he shoots through it, either his normal weapon or his healing, it doubles the amount of either damage or healing you get.
Got it. Interesting.
He also does like a high jump if he crouches, which reminds me of like a fighting game, kinda like one of those Blaze Blue type things where they
super jumps. Super jumps. Yeah,
a super jump.
Down up.
Yeah,
interesting.
But yeah, it seems pretty cool. I haven't played Overwatch in forever, and I've been wanting to play Overwatch, but I need to get PS Plus again.
Yeah. Overwatch, I think, is in a very interesting position because obviously everyone is on Apex Legends.
Yeah,
that's the new hotness. That's the current hotness. And if you think about it, it was kind of the evolution. It started with Team Fortress 2. That came out, and that I actually started with Team Fortress Classic. So this was like in 2002.
Right.
I would cut class to go and play Team Fortress Classic. So I really loved TFC. But then then it was like Counter-Strike. But then Team Fortress 2 came in, and that was it for the longest of times.
Yeah.
And then Overwatch came, and then it took the throne, even though it was basically just using like League of Legends gimmicks in a shooter. But I guess you can even say that too. That was like Team Fortress 2 became League of Legends, became Overwatch. And then after Overwatch happened, we started getting the Battle Royale games. The PUBGs, the Fortnites, all of those started happening, and then it was all like, you take the Battle Royale, and you take Overwatch, put them together, Apex Legends. So it was kind of the natural evolution.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have been watching Overwatch League since it started, so I've been kind of catching it here and there. I don't think they've been using the new character, because I don't think he's out yet.
No, he's not out yet. He's just in the PTR.
He's in the... Okay.
Yeah.
So
they're still tweaking him.
Okay.
I think usually when they're in the PTR, it's like a week or two after when they actually release him.
Got it.
Because they want the other, like, to get some feedback on...
What,
this is too powerful, this is not powerful enough, this is, you know, kind of glitchy here, or, you know, whatever, and they could fix it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right now he's just in the PTR.
Okay. It's real interesting about when you were talking about his moveset, because he sounds like he's a mishmash of different characters. Like, it's like Reinhardt's shield, but it's Anna's healing bullets. But it's also... It sounds like splash damage? Or...
I think he does have some.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with his healing grenade. It does like a... Because it's like a cloud almost.
Got it. Yeah, so kind of like Anna. Anna, you had her bio grenade or whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I read somewhere that there was like hints at a new map as well, but I don't know much about that.
Okay.
I don't know what it could possibly be. I think the newest one was Paris.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't played this map because I don't have PS Plus. I do have it on my computer, but I am horrible with a mouse and a keyboard, and I don't want to be made fun of for using a controller while playing Overwatch on the computer. I think the only other news I heard of about Overwatch other than this guy was that they announced that Soldier 76 was gay.
Yes.
Which, I mean, some people were kind of speculating that anyway, but it doesn't really matter to me, you know?
It's one of those things that they did it in the comic, and, you know, they were like, they kept it vague, but then the person who just writes the comic, they were like, oh, yeah, he's gay, by the way, hey, yeah. And I'm like, it is. It's whatever in the end. It's a person doing the comics, which has nothing to do with the gameplay, so you can treat them as separate, but it's also just kind of like one of those things where I feel that it's always, whenever they do things like this, same thing with like all the way back with Korra and Asami, and it was just them getting back at Nickelodeon, so they made Korra gay, or at least bi, and it was like, you know, it was just like a revenge tactic. It was just to be like, oh, well, I'm going to spite you, and I'm like, that cheapens the effect, or the not the relationship, but more like how you're supposed to accept it. It's just kind of like thrown in there, but it's not intentional, it's not organic. This was just a device used to spite somebody. And so, and with Soldier 76, with this person doing the comics, be like, oh, by the way, he's gay, it just makes it seem like you're just trying to do it for popularity or for interest, or to get interest. People be like, oh, even though, you know, the person doing the comic, they knew that they weren't changing anything. They knew they weren't having some grand effect on the game itself.
No.
But, you know, they just kind of did it, and they're probably thinking, now I'm going to be the one forever going down in history as the one who made Soldier gay. And I'm all like, you know, it doesn't, like I said, feel natural. You know, there was never any hint or indication. And I collected the anthology. I have the hardcover of the first couple of comics.
Oh, yeah.
And there was never anything in it. So it's just all like, how can I stand out? Oh, I'm going to make this character gay. And it's like, all right. So it just, like I said, it is whatever at the end of the day, but the fact that they're doing it just to kind of get noticed or get notoriety, that's just kind of like, I don't know, that feels bad. That feels not right to me, but it is what it is. That's what they chose to go with, and Blizzard signed off on it, so we'll go with it. We'll roll with it.
My only question is how many people are going to leave the game because of this.
Oh, I mean,
after the whole Tracer thing.
Oh, I mean, you know, if people have left, quite honestly, it's because they left to go play Apex Legends. So the people that like really, really care, the people that really were in it for like gameplay and to play the game, they cut out. They were like, Apex Legends is here, I'm out. And that's saying if they didn't leave already for like Call of Duty, well, even though that is kind of phasing out, but whatever. Pretty much it.
I never hear much about
Black Ops.
Yeah,
that kind of faded
really
away.
Any Call of Duty anyway anymore.
It was, during the holidays, it was really, really popular, especially when it dropped and everybody was on it. I was watching, Aris was playing it, Max was playing it, XQC was playing it, Tim the Tatman was playing it, everybody was playing it, but it just didn't last long. Because it was like, there was a dime a dozen. You can just go play PUBG, you can play Fortnite. Why are you going to play just a Call of Duty version of it? And the thing that really set Call of Duty apart, unfortunately, in a Battle Royale sense, is it's super realistic. And one of the appeals of a Battle Royale, like Apex showed us and Fortnite showed us, is the goofier, the more over-the-top ridiculous, the funner it can be. So when Call of Duty comes out with its super realistic military tech, it's kind of like, yeah, this kind of sucks. So it's not fun. It's not really fun. So
I don't really enjoy any Call of Duties anyway. I don't like playing shooters or like racing games where it's all based on reality type stuff.
Yeah,
or like realistic. The futuristic type reality where they're like, this is possibly what might happen in the future.
Right.
I don't like that. Make it fun. Make it like outrageous characters and stuff like that, and I'll probably play it.
Cool.
So I think that's what drew me to Overwatch.
Yeah, and like I said, I still like Overwatch, and I have a couple of friends in Japan right now, and I actually did say, pick me up the Soldier 76 Nendoroid, because I still love Soldier 76. I could give two flying fucks who he goes to bed with, and I still like the Soldier Dad meme. I still have the picture on my Facebook too. Soldier Dad is such an amazing archetype, stereotype, whatever you want to call him. You can still
have that role.
I know.
Doesn't matter.
I know exactly. So I could care one way or another. Soldier Dad, get off my lawn. That's still my boy. So
it's a line in the game now. You can't get away from that.
It is.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. I love that line.
And this cranky old spray where he's on his rocket
from Halloween. Yeah, from Halloween. I love that spray. It's like I said, none of that is going to change the fact that I love Soldier. So,
Yeah,
keep trying, SJWs.
It's not. It doesn't affect anything as far as the character goes.
Right.
It's a part of his lore now, but okay, cool. We'll learn something new about him. That's it. That's all it is. Even if I know for you it felt forced. For me, I was like, "Oh, he's gay. Okay, cool." Because I just read it somewhere,
right.
And I was like, "When did that get said?"
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool." Bye, Mercy 76 shippers.
Yeah. The dream is dead.
For those who don't know, I am a shipper.
Yeah.
I do like that kind of thing, but I don't force it on people. So, yeah, don't worry about me talking about that too much.
Yeah.
For Mercy. No, okay. So, yeah, that's all I had for Overwatch.
Cool.
I need to start watching the League so that I can actually have more to talk about with it.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as characters and stuff, that's all I got.
So I'm composing my thoughts real quick. So, Dead or Alive 6.
I still need to see trailers and stuff for this. I do want a new Dead or Alive game. I love those games.
So, it came out on Friday. And apparently it's Dead or Alive. So, right. I really don't know what else to say. If you don't know Dead or Alive, the fighting game, it's boobs. But with this one, it kind of went through a couple of different cycles where so when they first were coming up with it, Koei Tecmo, they wanted it to be like an FGC ready game. They wanted it to be super competitive. They wanted it to be like a main stage game for Evo and for the FGC in general. So they were like, yeah, we're going to cut down the fan service. We're going to cut back on jiggles. We're going to cut back on the skimpy outfits, everything. We want to be mainstream as fuck. We want to be right next to Street Fighter and right there next to Tekken. We're going to be super serial this time, guys. Super serial.
And then the fans said, we're not buying it.
And yeah, pretty much the fans immediately revolted. And so they were like, oh, come on, guys. We're just kidding. We won't be that bad. And then they started doing jiggles, and they started doing the outfits. And now it's even where you can actually change the pantsu of the females when you select their costume.
Nice.
Yes, they have selectable pantsu. So much for being super serial.
Mm-hmm. They saved the video game industry doing it. So
they did indeed. And so that's what happened a couple weeks ago at Evo Japan, where they were doing a panel. And they were, kind of showcasing the game, and they had some female hosts doing it. But then the female hosts kind of started having fun with each other, doing a little groping, a little spanking. It was pretty much good, wholesome fun. But then Evo, who was hosting the stream, because this was being streamed, they cut the stream off. And I guess it was down for a little bit. I didn't actually see it live because it was just late at night for us here in California. But when the stream came back, they weren't on Dead or Alive anymore. They were like, who knows what, watching Smash or something, And then that's when Mr. Wizard put out that tweet that, oh, we're sorry because Dead or Alive doesn't represent our core values of the FGC. Well, that just sent everybody into an uproar. Everyone knew that he was full of shit, and pretty much it's all about corporate dollars.
Yep.
In a nutshell, Evo is going more and more corporate. They're getting sponsors. They're on ESPN. They're on Disney Channel. They're, getting all these investors and stuff. And so...
Come on, Disney, you own porn. Why can't we have our Dead or Alive boobies?
It's amazing. And on top of that, they're also in Japan, which is a different culture.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not acceptable here in America, but this isn't an event in America. This is an event in Japan. But because they're more paranoid about the Evo name being attached to this broadcast, to this stream, that's all they're worried about. They're not worried about actually respecting the game company, making the game that they want to make, and the fans that buy that game or care about that game. No, they're just, they're all in it for themselves. Yeah. Which is, what, I hate to say it, but it is fair. It's fine. It is their business.
Yeah, they can do what they want.
If this is what they believe they got to do to keep the sponsors, so be it. This is their decision. And if that's where they want to take their business or their focus, then I was going to think about starting to look at other events. I've been saying that this might be my last Evo in Vegas anyways, personally. I've pretty much run out of things to do, and I think this is going to be my 5th year now, I think, going to Evo in Vegas. So I'm tapped out, I've done Vegas, I've done the restaurants, I've seen a couple shows now. I've been to the Mandalay Bay, been to the Las Vegas Hotel when it was over there. I've seen Chris G win Marvel. Marvel is dead because Chris G won the whole thing. I've seen a lot over these last couple of years, and I'm pretty much done unless something compelling brings me back to go back next year. I think this one might be my it, and this didn't definitely kind of help push me in that direction. And I might start looking at other ones like CEO or Final Round. I heard like CEO in particular is pretty good. Like a lot of people have been feeling that Evo is losing its core, especially as they're going more corporate. Yeah, and that's fine. That's everyone's goal. You want to make that money. I respect the American dream and the pursuit of the American dream. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to do personally. I'm sure that Roman and many of you listening to this are all about that. So Mr. Wizard and his pursuit of getting there, making good money, making something to be proud of, all the respect to you. I just don't agree with that product. It's not something that I'm really interested in. So, and I feel like I'm just going to go try something else. So I've been eyeballing CEO. And especially after the Kenny Omega show, like last year, yeah, I think it might be time to check out something new. Funny enough, I haven't been to Florida that I can remember, maybe as a child. So, and I've been talking about going to Florida for a while. I used to watch like NXT, and I know that NXT was at Full Sail University there in Florida and all that. So I've been kind of thinking about going to Florida for a while now. So maybe this is just the excuse I needed was Dead or Alive 6 bringing me to this realization. You know, and I wouldn't say that, even though Dead or Alive isn't probably like the number one fighting game that I think of, I did grow up with the series. I've played every single version, played all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. 6 obviously I got on Friday. Thank you, Amazon.
Volleyball?
Yes, I have all the volleyballs. I have 1, 2, I have Extreme 3, and I have the PSP. So, you know, what can I say? I am a Dead or Alive guy. Dimensions on the 3DS. My cat's name is fucking Kasumi. All right. So I one of my most favorite speed runs is the Ninja Gaiden trilogy run, like the Ninja Gaiden relay race, where they did 1, 2, and 3 back to back to back. So, you know, to be like, Dead or Alive did have an impact on me, you know, and it's more than, for me, yeah, I can pretty much say that it's not just the fan service, because let's be honest, in this day and age, we got fan service fucking everywhere, man. We were just talking about slime, and do you see how Shion treats Rimuru? Fan service is everywhere. If you're in this anime video game community, you can get fan service anywhere.
I wish you would treat me that way.
Giggity goo. So, for me, it's not even about that. So, you know, to see something that I love like that. And then on top of that, but Mortal Kombat 11, ripping spines out, ripping female characters' faces off. Completely fine. Main stage. Yeah, and that Mortal Kombat is a franchise I could give 2 flying fucks about. No offense to Ed Boon. I think he's hilarious. He's a hoot and a half. He got me at the VGAs when he came out talking about the sports game of the year. And then they cut into the MK11 promo. That was brilliant. Fucking all the props in the world to him. He got me good. I think I made a post about that too. Like, Ed Boon. Oh shit, it's Mortal Kombat. GG, Boon. GG. So, yeah, you know. But, I will say that for as much as I'm standing up for DOA 6, I don't know how I feel about that $100 season pass.
Oh, $100.
Yeah, so it's $100. It's like 50 costumes and 2 characters. So, you know, but I was like, the DOA 5 though had like what, $200, $300 worth of DLC? Like my Shiranui was DLC, and then like the Senran Kagura costumes were DLC. So there, and then they had like idol costumes and what's her name? Not Naofumi, that's Shield Hero. Naotora I from Samurai Warriors. Even she was in there. So from Kouai from Samurai Warriors. Yeah. So even she was in there. So they had a metric fuck ton of extra characters and costumes and crossovers. And so it was kind of like it's DOA 5 was like what Tekken 7 is now, where it's just like everybody is welcome. So, you know, Neo Tengu from the Virtual Fighter, she was DLC. So it's not that it was all like doom and gloom, or dumb, pointless DLC. There was all reasons for the DLC to be like that. So, you know, yeah, it's a hefty price. Even I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it, but we'll see. I probably will, because it's probably still a better deal than doing it all individually. So I'll probably still end up getting it. It'll probably be just like later on down the line, or maybe I'll wait for it to go on sale, something like that. But yeah, that's honestly the only thing that I could really knock it for. Well, maybe if there was some cross compatibility with old costumes, I would have liked to have seen the Senran Kagura costumes make a comeback, because I love Senran Kagura. Told you guys, fan service everywhere, not just limited to Dead or Alive. And if anyone thinks it's all Dead or Alive's fault, they're out of the loop. They're out of touch. They need to just, you know, see what's going on in the community, and they'll see that fan service all around us, and it's not a bad thing.
No,
It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt. It can't. It can't. Freddy Krueger you and go into your dreams. Okay.
It's been in my dreams.
Yeah, and funny enough, how this actually not quite censorship. Kind of. Well, no. What they did was not censorship. That was just more like a misconnection of values. I feel, but. Apparently, they're bringing out Extreme Volleyball 3 on the Switch and the PlayStation. So it's an updated version of Extreme Volleyball 3. But PlayStation, Sony, in their efforts to become more family-friendly, they're actually like cutting back a lot of like fan servicey stuff. So even though the game's going to be on it, this updated version, the Switch version is actually uncensored. So the Switch
family-friendly system.
The family-friendly system is more fan servicey now than Sony, which used to be the last bastion against censorship and like this family-friendly nonsense where no boobs equals more fun. It was we had Sony to protect us, but now Sony is selling out and going the opposite direction, and so I don't know if I'm going to pick it up because I do have Extreme 3 already on PS4. I have that Asian region version, which had English subtitles.
Okay.
So I don't know if I want to buy it. And it's like, all it is like a couple more costumes and 2 more characters. Like Lei Fang and, what's her name? The Mitsuki or whatever from the mobile game. From DOA Mobile.
There's a mobile game?
Yeah, DOA Volleyball Mobile.
Okay, I'll have to get that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not official in America, but you can get it through like Q app.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Yeah, it's just them. That's it. That's the only upgrades. It's just 2 characters and then a bunch of costumes and $60.
Huh.
I don't really think, and it comes out I think this month, like on the 15th, I think, so real soon. But I haven't pre-ordered it. I think I'm gonna pass.
I mean, if they're just gonna censor it, what's the point? Yeah,
and as fun as that would be on the Switch, thing is that I don't really even use my Switch outside of Smash. So the fewer games I can buy on it, the better. But that's going to change with Fire Emblem, which I will be talking about later. So, yeah, Dead or Alive. Like, what can I say?
Alive.
What can I say, man? I can't. Like I said, man, I haven't given up on Dead or Alive, just like I haven't given up on Capcom or Square. So, yeah,
I enjoy the Dead or Alive games. I've only played 2 and 5 because all the other ones were on the Xbox, and I refused to get an Xbox.
That's fair.
But I have enjoyed them. I mean, sure, the fan service is great, but
it's selling point.
The characters are pretty cool too.
Yeah,
like I don't know. Despite it being mostly a fan servicey game, my main character, the character that I use, my main, is Ryu Hayabusa.
Yes, the Ninja Gaiden himself.
Yes, I use him. He's awesome. Just the whole moveset. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think I downloaded my Shiranui for the game.
Yeah, me neither. I had stopped playing by the time she came out. And that's my OG waifu, too, so I really felt bad. But that's why I got KOF 11, or KOF 14, sorry, and like day of launch, so.
Did you get that other one?
Which one?
The all-female one?
Oh, yeah. SNK Heroines.
Yeah.
I got both actually collector's editions as well. So KOF 14 and SNK Heroines collector's edition.
With female Terry Bogard.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I was just thinking about the anime for that today. About how much Terry Bogard made me mad when he lost to that dude. And he was just sulking the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like, get over it, dude. You lost once. Just practice and get back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Nut it up, Terry. You're better than this.
Yeah. Anyway.
Did you see that death battle where they actually had Terry beat Ken Masters?
I think I did watch that one, yeah. That does not seem possible to me. I feel like Ken should win. Then again, I also felt like Majin Buu should have beat Kirby, but they had other plans for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some death battles where I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that because I kind of feel like I know who they're going to... Like, I don't know. I've never seen Ruby, but I know they had, what's her name, beat Tifa.
Oh, Yang?
Yeah, but that was like right when they signed on with Rooster Teeth, so I'm like, I kind of see why you had her win. You're going to give me an explanation, but I don't buy it. It's because you're now with Rooster Teeth.
So, I mean, the death battles are really weird sometimes too, and I agree. I feel like, yeah, they kind of did treat the Final Fantasy VII characters like they should, except when it came to Virgil versus Sephiroth. That was when I finally was like, alright, you guys are full of shit. Come on now. Really? So, like, fucking Virgil handles people like 3 times Sephiroth's size on the average. Even, like, Sephiroth's final form from the end of 7, Virgil fucking destroys dudes like that.
Yeah.
Normally, on an everyday basis. So, yeah.
I think my favorite one of those is the Dante versus
Bayonetta. That one I was kind of on the fence about until they brought up a good point, and that was that Bayonetta is human. If they would have just said that from the beginning of the video, then I would have been like, it's not a fight. Dante wins. Period. It's human versus fucking Dante. He takes no damage. Literally immortal. So, look, the only time Dante has ever been shown legitimately getting injured or hurt was in 3, and that was because he repeatedly fought Virgil. And repeatedly and Virgil is on a comparable strength to him. It's not like, oh, you see Dante get impaled or something. Yeah, that's only like one blow. He was taking repeated blows from Virgil. Someone who is adept at just chopping dudes up, finding their weaknesses, just getting to what will hurt him. And he repeatedly took shots from Virgil. That's what finally weakened him. But from just a normal fucking human, she knows, like, magic. Fine. But just saying that demons don't know magic as well, if not even worse things?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying? So, yeah, that I think was very actually generous to Bayonetta. I think. And that's saying that it's not that I have anything against Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta. Bayonetta's fantastic. I love all those games. Devil May Cry, Nier Automata, Bayonetta. I love them all. But when it to be Bayonetta and Dante, I take Dante every fucking day, all day. I know that's shocking because it's like, you're always talking about waifus and shit. What happened? Now when it comes to Dante OP as fuck. And it seems that people seem to have forgotten about that. But I have Devil May Cry 5 written because this is Devil May Cry 5 release week. So I'm going to be touching on that in a little bit longer. So just know that you've been foreshadowed. That Dante is the dude. So, yeah.
He certainly is. I did like in the Marvel vs. Capcom, the newest one.
Yeah.
How he was the one that basically came up with the plan to just defeat
Sigma.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, give it to the best character.
That's fucking right.
Alright, so yeah. We kind of went off track there.
Yeah, just a bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, I enjoy the Dead or Alive games. I think they're good. And I want more of them, so I might get 6. I think I need PS Plus for that too, don't I?
Only if you want to play online.
Okay, I don't like playing online because then I'm just going to get discouraged and stop playing.
Yeah. Then you're fine.
That's my whole online gaming career right there. I'm like, let me try online. 2 fights later, never mind. I'm
done. Done.
It's like a newbie against like a grandmaster kind of player, and I'm like, no, I'm done now.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other thing I got on here, other than what we usually talk about, is Catherine's game.
Yes.
One, the controversy, because there was that whole trans hate thing going on that they were claiming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which, I to be honest, I didn't look up a whole lot for that. But the one thing I did read was that I think they were upset that the trans character was they hinted that she was happier before her surgery or something like that.
Okay, so couple things before we get into this, because I know that when it comes to Atlas games in particular, the fan base is very intense. So we are making timestamps. So if you want to skip ahead and avoid potential spoilers, this is your chance to graciously bow out, and we will see you on the other side. If you would like to continue on with this discussion, let's get into it. So, in a nutshell, the new character Rin is a half. I forgot what's the Japanese term that they use. Basically, like poison. Basically, it's like it's female transitioning. Yeah, but they still have the male parts down there.
Right.
So, when you get to one of Rin's endings, because it's just like the other Catherine where they have like two endings.
Yeah.
One of the endings is Rin is like a fucking alien and then has like time traveling powers. And so when shit just gets too whack and too out of hand, Rin is just like, it's all my fault. You know what? I'm going to go back in time and go to a time when before all this shit happened and everybody was happier. And so she does that. She goes back in time to make Vincent and everybody happier. And so they go back before Erica had transitioned. Erica was the waitress, the redheaded waitress.
Right.
So that was an ending. Now, that is basically everyone, just kind of like how with Jump Force, everyone just kind of took it and they were just blowing it out of context. And that is not to say that I can see where you would draw that because it's like, oh, they'd be happier. Oh, but this was before they transitioned. But that's assuming that you ever felt that Erica wasn't happy being Erica in the current time. That would assume that, that Erica was miserable, but we were never given indication that Erica in the present time was miserable. So, to assume that they're miserable now but happier then, when they could be happier both times.
Yeah.
You don't know that. So, to be just jumping the gun and assuming all that, let alone before we've played the game.
Yeah. Which I'm definitely going to do.
Yeah, I'm still going to play it, absolutely. That's already kind of like a little horseshit. And then even beyond that, someone is going to be furiously typing in and all that. And let me save you the trouble and just remind you, it's only one ending. It is a potential ending. No one at Atlas ever said it's a canon, permanent ending. Like, this is the official ending of Catherine, is Rin becoming a fucking time-traveling alien, going back in time and reversing Erica's transition. No one said that. At all. So calm down. It'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Well, I did read somewhere that the American version is going to have changes to make it a little less not nice. I guess would be the best way.
That's fine. Without actually playing it, I can't say for sure what's going on. All I can say is please don't assume, and also it's not until otherwise spoken, canon ending. It's not the actual official ending to Catherine or to even that character, really. So
would that be considered the bad ending?
I don't even know. I honestly don't know.
Because I feel like if they're going back in time to fix things, that's kind of a bad ending.
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance that goes into it. To my understanding, when Rin reveals herself to the character Vincent, the main character, Vincent is just kind of like, oh, you deceived me, you fucking liar. And then she I guess was reaching out, trying to grab his hand or touch him or something, and he slaps her hand away. He's like, get away from me, you lied to me. I can't, trust you anymore. And so then Rin leaves, and then Vincent feels like absolute dog shit, because he's like, oh, what did I do? Rin wasn't doing anything. I'm just an asshole. And so then the rest of that story is Vincent trying to make it up to Rin. And so, again, we don't know what leads to that ending. I'm pretty sure it's same thing. It's the choices tree, and your choices affect whether you get the Rin as an alien ending, or who knows what the other ending is. Maybe Vincent and Rin live happily fucking ever after. Maybe that's an ending. Who the fuck knows? All I know is apparently Rin is a time-traveling alien. That's the only ending I know for sure. So, who knows? But
it's anime, so...
Exactly, it is.
An anime thing to do.
It is, but of course that doesn't stop the SJWs from coming out, and they're trying to shame the director, and they're doing all of this crazy shit, and they're like, oh, Atlas has never gotten LGBT issues, and I know that a lot of you guys are still butthurt because Kanji ain't gay, but I'm sorry, that wasn't your vision.
Who?
Kanji from Persona 4. He was the blonde guy with the chair.
I've never played any of the Personas.
In a nutshell, he fell for a trap.
Oh, okay.
So,
That could happen to anybody.
So, and that was actually a character development point for him, because he was, he's like 14, 15,
right,
and he's discovering himself, and then he meets Naoto, who is a girl that dresses like a boy, and Naoto was a character kind of like Mordred in the Fate universe, where they pass off as a boy because that's how they feel is the only way they can get respect. Because if they come out as a woman, or if they're presented as a woman, they won't be respected by their peers.
Right.
So they dress and act like men or males, however you want to call it.
Right.
And so, but after Naoto's reveal in Persona, she basically just stops acting like boyish. And really, you start to really kind of see that there's a little bit more of a feminine side to Naoto. And Kanji, when he first sees Naoto, is kind of like, oh shit, I'm kind of into that. But then, the reveal comes out, and it's like, oh shit, Naoto's actually a girl. Fuck, I'm not gay after all. Yippee! And so the SJWs go up butthurt, though. So they were like, why is he gay? And it's all like, who cares? He was never meant to be gay in the eyes of the character, of the authors. The character designers, the developers, they never intended Kanji to be gay. He has conflicts about his sexuality. They definitely displayed that. If you looked at Kanji's his dungeon, yeah, you can kind of be like, yeah, that's fucking gay. So no one is disputing that. But at the end, they decided the character will be straight. The character is straight, even though they were discovering that about themselves, which happens. It happens.
Yeah.
People, especially children, when they're transitioning from children to teenagers, then to adults, they're discovering themselves. They don't know how to process these feelings of what could be considered love or relationships. So that's what they were kind of going for. And maybe I'm wrong, because I also want to kind of disclaimer that on myself as well, because I didn't write the game. So that's my interpretation of it. Obviously, there's different interpretations, because look how much people flip the fuck out about it. So, but they were mad that Kanji, in the end, was not gay. Even though they were like, oh, you can kind of make that assumption or that conclusion. And then at the end, they were like, oh, no, Naoto's a girl. Turns out he was actually hot for a girl. Ha ha. Okay. And then they got butthurt about that. So, and then they were like, oh, that's so disrespectful and all. It's like, no, it's not disrespectful at all. That's just super Japanese. So, you're not forced to love everything that they do, and you don't even need to necessarily understand everything from their perspective, but it is their perspective. As Japanese game developers, this is their interpretation, this is their story, and this is what they are saying. You don't need to like it, you don't need to accept it, you don't need to buy the game. That is all on your choice, and if it's something that you don't agree with,
just move on.
That's, yeah. But this is their tale. This is their characters. And if anything, the fact that Atlas is even addressing it when, like, what's the worst that, like, Square ever did in the Final Fantasy universe? Like, put Cloud in a dress. But Cloud never had issues with his sexuality or anything like that. He was just like, I gotta put on a dress to infiltrate this scumbag's mansion.
He did go on a date with Barrett, too.
Yes. Bros night out. Yeah. Bros night out. So, yeah.
I think the only thing I can say about that is people need to remember that these aren't your characters. These companies, they already know what they're going to do with these characters.
Yeah.
So, if you don't like it, you're not going to make them change it.
Yeah, and the fact, too, that Kanji is also kind of like... they really wanted him to be a Bancho type. Like, if you saw some of his, like, earlier designs, he actually had a pompadour.
Oh, really?
One of his designs, he had a pompadour. Coming out here looking like Kuwabara and shit from Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, man. So, he was supposed to be a take on the high school hoodlum.
Yeah.
So, that also kind of is like another take. Because, they're supposed to be super manly, super tough. But he really, likes... like crocheting and flower arrangement, and he might be more feminine or potentially like dudes, but that's kind of all the gimmick. It's supposed to be an alternative take on the tough guy. Yeah. He might not be so tough after all, and that's what they were trying to do. That's what they were trying to display. But for some of these SJW types, they just don't see it that bad.
Yeah.
They look for the outrage, and then they jump on it, and then boom, they're just mad. They don't even care how kanji developed. They don't even care that Kanji and Naoto actually did kind of end up as each other, because they were also first years. So they're also like 15-year-olds. So it's kind of like Kanji discovered that it's okay to like girls, and Naoto discovered that it's okay to be a girl. So instead of celebrating things like that, they just get mad that Kanji ain't gay. Instead of celebrating that, okay, he found someone that he can do something with, possibly start a relationship with, be happy with, they mad that Kanji ain't gay.
Yeah.
So what can you do?
Ignore him.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That kind of reminds me of, I don't know, this is going to sound kind of weird, but my grandmother watches a lot of those Korean dramas.
Mm-hmm.
There's one called Coffee Prince, where there's a female character that dresses as a boy.
Okay.
And the main dude falls for her.
Right.
And he's kind of questioning himself because he thinks it's a guy.
Right.
So it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he finds out that she's actually a girl, and he gets really angry at her. But then they end up together. So yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So it's not just a Japanese. It seems to be an Asian.
Yeah, that region right there.
Yeah.
Man, that's funny.
But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. I still need to play like the Persona games.
Yeah, no, they're great games. I'm still big on P3. I think that's still my favorite, and I finished P5 earlier this year, finally. But yeah, no, I think that people they want to inject their politics or something that they read on Tumblr or Facebook or whatever, and they just want to, put that cause, and they want to put it in everything that they do and everything that they see, and it's all like, I'm concerned because these are supposed to be video games. They're supposed to be a break from reality. They're not supposed to be something that you bring your real world problems into, and then you get mad at someone who's not even of our culture about something that your culture taught you to be outraged about. Right. And it's like, that's not how this works. I thought we stopped colonialism and conquering other people. It's all like, you don't think like us, you don't act like us. This is how you're going to act from now on. I thought we ended that.
No.
Nah. No. No, we're doing it in video games now and all that.
Video games and any other kind of media.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So it's incredible to me, that people just want to do that shove their values in. And it's funny actually. I think that's pretty much it for my anti-SJW rant about Catherine, because actually I think this might tie into my next topic, but I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
I do not. Just that I want that sheep that comes with the special edition, so I might get that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The shoving people's culture. I apologize. I'm timestamping this right now. Yep. So forcing as Americans, forcing our culture and our values onto other people. So it came to my attention today from a video, and it started with an article that talked about Katsuhiro Harada, the director of Tekken series. And Harada has always been an OG. People have been coming at Harada for years now, talking about how you put your characters in like these skimpy clothes, your girls are too fan servicey, and then with Tekken 7, when it was still in prototype, and they debuted Lucky Chloe, and they were like, oh, why is Lucky Chloe such a moe little girl when you have all these buff dudes who are going to punch her in the face and all this, but you have this like idol girl and all this, and this is dumb, idols don't belong in Tekken. And he's just like, whoa, shut up. He's all like, I'm going to make the game how I have the vision for it. This is, what I want to do. These are the characters that I want to make and I want to put out. And he's not ignoring fans or rejecting fans. He said it too, and then someone suggested to him in today's tweet that they were like Swedish or something from the Nordic region of Europe.
Okay.
And they were like, would you ever consider making like a Viking looking motherfucker? And so Harada said, I'm not opposed to that. I would love to try that, but there are people out there that would get offended. He's all like, we're getting into a scary time. He's all like, you know what we really should do just collectively? Because everyone should just be like, not fan servicey, not risque or anything. Everyone should just wear a t-shirt and jeans. Because that's the world that people want, apparently.
Yeah.
No style, no uniqueness, no artistic, nothing. Just kill it all, be bland. And he's all like, I don't want that. But he goes, that's what we're heading towards. He's like, that's what some people want. He's like, not everybody. He's all like, I'm still gonna, do my vision. But that's what some people want. And that's dumb. Yep. And he said that. He said that people should just wear jeans and a t-shirt. But he's always been like that. In the Lucky Chloe thing, he said that to make people happy, he'll have a buff-looking character that has like camo pants and American flag on, but then it's gonna just be Lucky Chloe just bursting out from this dude, and that's how he's gonna introduce Lucky Chloe to everybody. Lucky Chloe, by the way, is drawn by the same artist from Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh.
Who's his name? Like Koizuki or something like that. He came to a California convention, Japan Expo, when we had it in Santa Clara. He came. But yeah, he was the one who designed Lucky Chloe.
Okay.
For Harada and Tekken. He did it. He drew it. And she's voiced by, what's her name? She does Tomoe, in Archer of Inferno in FGO, and Helena Blavatsky, also in FGO. But yeah, that's her voice actress. Okay. And the character is actually hilarious. Like, the character is actually like an idol, like, like Chloe des. But, like, when you see her, she's always just like, the fuck do you want? So she's actually really like a dick, basically. So so there's a little bit more nuance to the character than people like to give. I think we're pretty much past it, because I've seen Lucky Chloe get to like top 8s in Tekken tournaments. So Lucky Chloe actually seems to be a pretty solid character now that everyone got over it. But it was also, I feel, thanks to Harada's like just balls of steel, because he just didn't want to kowtow to anybody. And he gets it. He knows that the people that are talking the most shit never buy his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're just in it to start a fight and potentially just get their name listed. That all they want to do is just get their name written down or get noticed, and they don't care. They just want to leave some sort of an imprint on, like, so now it's social media. I was gonna, not history per se, because no one's gonna remember fucking Anita Sarkeesian, but they still want to get their name on social media. They want to be like, yeah, I'm the guy that got Harada to take down Lucky Chloe. That was me. So that's really all they're in it for. But he just was like, no, fuck off. No, I'm not going to do that.
This is my game. I'll do what I want.
Yeah. And not only that, especially in particular to the Tekken franchise, Harada is right. He actually has been pretty even about it. He even put his dudes in swimsuits. Like, he put Li Qiaolong in a thong and Heihachi in the fudanshi. He has his sumo fudanshi. The fucking, like, loincloth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heihachi, old man Heihachi has that.
Yeah.
Harada was very even-handed on his fan service. He's all like, yeah, the women have swimsuits, but so do the dudes. So he was actually incredibly fair about the whole thing. So, if anything, Harada should be your ally in all of this. So he would probably be the guy that would help you get whatever you want. So that's someone who would probably make a couple of his characters gay if you asked him. You asked him real nice. So there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah. And he wouldn't sneak it in either. He'd probably like make a really convincing storyline about it. So, but yeah. Harada's an OG, and I keep saying that guys like Harada and Takagi from Senran Kagura, the creator of Senran Kagura, and Yoko Taro, the producer and director or producer of Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Those three guys, I always say this on Facebook, those three guys are saving the video game industry, because they just absolutely refuse to just stop doing what they want to do. You know, and that's saying that Takaki actually, he said in an interview recently that people are trying to force him to change. And he has made alterations to get his game, because the last like Senran Kagura games came out on the Switch.
Right.
So he did make some alterations to them to get them on the Switch. But, I mean, they're still Senran Kagura at heart.
Yeah.
So, but he has said that it is scarier times. That if you want to do what you want to do or make what you want to make, you are going to have to make concessions. And he's feeling it, but he hasn't stopped. That They won't stop him, and he's going to keep doing what he wants to do. And Yoko Taro, of course, you know, they were like, oh, do you know that they're making 2B porn? And he's all like, really? Send it to me.
Oh, I remember that. I remember you sharing that.
So, you know, he's OG too. So
he's like, I want to see.
Yeah, you know. So we need guys like that. We need guys to just stand up to these SJW lunatics and just be like, no, we're not. Because if you give in to them, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and then we're going to have no more creativity. We're going to have no more artistry. We're going to have, and I know you're just like, oh, well, you're just talking about Ponzu and no, not even. When you think of Nier Automata, what do you think of? You think of 2B, but do you actually think of the combat? Do you remember that Platinum Games, the guys that originally started making Devil May Cry games, also made all the hack and slash combat? Do you think about that? Did you play the original Nier on PS3? So there's more to it than just the fan service, and people, I think, they focus on that, especially these SJWs trying to make a name for themselves. They focus on that because it's such an easy issue to get publicity off of, and they just run with it. And so we need guys like Yoko Taro and Takaki and Harada to stand up and be like, no, what you value in your culture is not what we value in ours, but people do get it, and those are the people that we're going to talk to. Those are the people we're going to make games for. Yep. Those are the games that we're going to sell. Or those are the people we're going to sell our games to. And
buy it.
Yeah, as long as they keep doing it, I'm going to keep buying it. So
I remember sharing. This is not video game related, but it does kind of tie into this. I shared an article about Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece.
Yeah.
Who was asked what he felt about people looting up his characters and stuff, and he said, "Go for it."
Attaboy.
I said, "I don't mind. I like it. Go ahead and do it."
Yeah, looking at his character design, someone almost feels like he had that intention. He's like, "Oh man, they're gonna make some good dojins out of this one."
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, he also just seems like a guy who just loves doing what he's doing. He just loves it.
Oh man, I know he's got. I saw a picture of his like work area. He's got like folders of all of the arcs.
Jeez.
Like the one, like I think the one of them was like this thick.
Jeez.
That was like about 3 inches. I held up.
Wow.
For those who are wondering how thick. But yeah.
A lot of controversy, huh?
It's like all over the place.
You remember back in our day when it just used to be Nintendo versus Sega?
Oh yeah. Nintendo was better.
And the adults were the ones who were arguing about violence in the video games.
Yeah, it was. When I went to the Art Institute, one of my teachers was like, it was Nintendo. It was their idea to start the whole violence in video game argument because Sega had Mortal Kombat with blood, and they were selling more copies than Nintendo's version, so they were like, we got to start something to try to get that off the shelf so that we can sell more.
You're right.
So, if you want to blame anybody, it's Nintendo's fault. No.
It's always Nintendo's fault.
And now look at them. They're putting Dead or Alive 6 or Dead or Alive Volleyball on their systems and all these other fan servicey games.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh no.
Yep. More and more, actually, they're uncensored versions. When it comes out to like multi-console release or multi-platform release, it's almost like the uncensored ones are going to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
If not PC on Steam or PC in general.
Yeah.
Which is also why I'm probably the way things are going, I'll probably end up getting a PC by the end of this year. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, I completely missed out on Gamergate when that was going down. I had no idea that was going around.
Me too. I missed it.
when I found out that, you know, it was about censorship, and this was, you know, like right around the 2012, 2013. 2013 is when Senran Kagura came out, and I was like, oh, cool, you know. But then that's when I started reading, you know, it was like just prime target, because it just came out right in the middle of these two squabbling parties, and then immediately they focused on it like, oh, titties, whee! And the other ones were all like, no, free the titties, animal titties, and it was like, all right, okay. And I was all like, I love anime, so I don't see why this is a bad thing at all. And then it they didn't even care. They didn't care about gameplay. They didn't care about the characters being fun. They didn't care about any of that. They just cared that it was just random fan service, nonsensical fan service. That's all they focused on. And they attacked the score. They were giving it like 0s out of 5s and 2 out of 10s and 3 out of 10s and 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5. Just because of anime titties. It was bizarre. It was not bizarre, but it was crazy. It was insane.
You know what argument I love?
What's up?
The one where they go, well, they didn't ask to be dressed like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's an actual argument.
They didn't ask. So you're asking a piece of paper how they would like to be dressed?
Yeah.
So, hey, mind, how should they be dressed today? Oh. And what's funny, too, is that when you actually look at that, when you actually look at the character designers, they actually do have visions. They have concepts. You know, like I just said, Kanji originally was going to have a pompadour to really sell that high school bancho gangster hoodlum look. And so when you go and see their insight, their designs do make sense. Mm-hmm. But if you guys don't talk to the people making the games, making the characters, how do you expect to know? You skip over the talking and go straight to the screaming and insulting and berating, and you don't even care. And I mean this to the people that just go around just and you know, trying to change all these things unnecessarily so that aren't causing conflict. So, you know, how do you expect anyone to take you serious when you just don't even care? So,
yeah.
By the way, this was all stuff we were going to talk about last time. So y'all thinking that a 3-hour podcast, it could have gone a 5-hour podcast.
Maybe even, like 5.5.
Oh, man. So we had to split it into 2.
Yeah, both of us had to work the next day.
Seriously.
we couldn't do it.
So,
yeah, that's a lot of
but I don't know. Do you have closing thoughts before I move on?
I don't know. Just get over it, people.
Fair.
That's basically it. Just get over it.
I agree with Roman. You know, if you guys have constructive criticism, absolutely, but don't insult these people for their visions, for their ideas, for their stories. You know, if you don't like them, voice through your wallet. That's the best way to show, because Catherine sold still like 66,000 units, which was not too shabby for like a port, an upgraded port. So, you know, like there's my I still have my Catherine right there.
Yeah.
So 66,000 units for a port, it's not too shabby. So if you really want to send a message that you disapprove, don't buy their stuff. Mm-hmm. You know,
but just you're not going to stop anything because there's a lot more people that like this kind of thing than that
right,
don't.
Right. So,
and you weren't going to buy it anyway if that was the case.
Correct.
So
this actually is great because it's not quite a segue, but since we're talking about things that just rile people up, let's talk about Devil May Cry 5. So I'm fucking excited. I am my fucking my one cat's name is Kasumi, yes, but my other cat's name is fucking Dante. So I'm so fucking excited. Ever since they showed that trailer at E3 last year, I haven't stopped listening to that stupid Devil Trigger song. Someone in the comments, they wrote like in them in June. It's like, oh man, there's no way that this hype is gonna last for a whole year. Them in November singing the lyrics. So it's like that. I think probably it had such a profound experience on me. Because, you know, when I was a kid, one of my favorite games was, like, Double Dragon. And nowadays, you know, I love Musou beat-em-ups. You know, I loved the combat in Nier Automata. It was basically open world Devil May Cry, you know, and they used to all work together. You know, Platinum Games was the old Studio Clover from Capcom, and those were the guys that were making Devil May Cry all the way up to 3. So after, you know, they made 3, then they made Beautiful Joe, Okami, and then, you know, God Hand. They made all those.
Yeah.
So that was all them. Sengoku Basara, that was all him. So when they closed it, you know, these guys who were like basically half of the Devil May Cry team, they went over, made Platinum Games, made Bayonetta, and now here we are.
Yeah.
So, but my vision, my hope is that before my time on this planet is done, I want to see OG Team Devil May Cry come back with Platinum Games and make another. I would love it to be a Devil May Cry, but I don't care if as long as it's a hack and slash. Shit, it could be Nier Automata 2. I don't care. I just want them to do another game together because, you know, that's just, it's my fucking game, you know? I can't get over it, you know? It's with the demo alone for Devil May Cry 5, the demo alone rescued Nero. Like, Nero went from being just like nobody. It was literally just smaller Dante in a blue jacket in Devil May Cry 4. It was just kind of like, this is dumb. Why even have this? Why not just have an entire game of Dante? Because there was really no distinguishing features between Nero and Dante in 4. But here in 5, Nero finally became a full-fledged character. And that's saying that I do have an issue with game developers doing this, where, you know, Konami with Metal Gear, they gave Solid Snake Raiden. And then with Capcom in the Phoenix Wright series, for those that play, go get the Phoenix Wright HD trilogy. Comes out, I believe, next month. With Phoenix Wright, they gave Phoenix Wright Apollo Justice. And it was like, why do these game companies keep giving their badass main characters these scrappy-do characters, these unnecessary sidekicks? It's like, Solid Snake doesn't need a buddy. He's perfectly fine on his own, but they don't see it like that. They gotta give him a playmate. They're like, oh, you know what? You're cool. Let's give you a carbon copy of you. Why? Scrappy-Doo killed Scooby-Doo, so why are you going to give Dante a playmate? He doesn't need one. He doesn't need a BFF. He's perfectly fine on his own. And if he needs a playmate, he has his twin brother Virgil.
Yep.
We don't need anybody else. But thank you. And so in 5, though, in the demo, just playing with the devil arms and the Nero's changeable arms, it was great. It was like wide open on terms of options and combat, and it was refreshing. It was really like Nero finally is his own character now. Before, he just was not a whole lot different, but now he really actually feels fun. And I want to say that he became a little less whiny, but that's to be determined. I saw the latest trailer, and I'm kind of like, okay, maybe not, so I don't want to get too far ahead of that. So we'll see how he does in the character arena. But in terms of the gameplay, yes, I'm completely on board. It's definitely I'm giving Nero a lot more respect now because of the changes that they've done. And I mean, they were doing so many other things. I mentioned before that in Resident Evil 2, the pre-order for, or I guess one of the bonuses was the old school PS1 style costumes for Resident Evil. So what they're doing in Devil May Cry is if you get the deluxe edition, you can actually swap out the pre-rendered cutscenes for the mocap sequences with live action actors. So
that's kind of cool.
It is, yeah, it's pretty dope. And so I'm just like, okay, I might have to swap out all of Nero's cutscenes with the live-action cutscenes. And so when you watch the trailer and you see the character Nico, when she's in the van doing a 360 spin, she grabs the cigarette out of midair. But when you see the mocap actress actually grabbing a cigarette out of midair, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm sold. So they also, just like Resident Evil 2 brought back Resident Evil 2 brought back the retro music, Devil May Cry 5 is also bringing back the retro music. So in the deluxe edition, you will actually get music from all 4 of the games. So there's songs from 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you can kind of change those between if you want the new music from 5 or if you want some of the old music from the old games. So that's pretty cool. But Deluxe Edition wasn't good enough for me, so I got the $150 like Super Uber Edition.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I want that replica van.
Oh, it comes with the van.
The van. It comes with the van. And I was like, fucking sign me up. That's going straight to my desk. And so, yeah. You know, I just, on Sunday night, I watched all of the cutscenes from Devil May Cry 3 and 4, just because I was like, I need to get caught up. I need to get ready. And I made the discovery that Virgil actually isn't a bad guy. Virgil actually didn't do anything truly, like, bad or evil. You know, it was like he stabbed the Arkham in Devil May Cry 3 after Arkham was all like, yeah, I killed my wife. Yeah, what about it? And I treat my daughter like shit. And then Virgil's like, you know what? Fuck you. Boom! And then even at the end, and then it's all like, okay, so he's battling Dante because he wants Dante to embrace their father's legacy. And it's all like, this is the only way that Dante is going to realize that. Like, it's like, Dante, quit being a prick. You know, understand what our father was all about. And Dante's all like, nah, he wasn't like that. So even though Dante was right morally, Virgil was right in terms of respect for your parents. You know, Dante was right because he focused on Sparta being the good guy, Sparta saving humanity because it was the right thing to do. So Dante was morally right. But out of a, you know, thou shalt honor thy, you know, father and mother, one of those kinds of things, Virgil was right. And so Virgil, like I said, Virgil did nothing. Virgil did nothing wrong. And then even at the end, at the very end of the game, it's all like, all right, Virgil is now like, you know, this is hell. This is where our father came from. I'm going to go and continue his legacy. So it's like, how does he end the game? How do they end the game? Virgil going up there and fighting fucking Mundus. Of all the things he could have done, he's going to go and fight the bad guy. So he could have been like, oh, you know what, I'm going to go back and get my revenge on him. He's like, nah, he was like, oh, my father did this, I can do this too. This was the guy that wanted to enslave humanity. This is the guy who wanted to rule the world, Mundus. And what does Virgil do? Goes and tries to kick his ass. How is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that? What's so evil about beating up the evil guy?
Well, he was minding his own business. He was eating dinner, and he just jumped him.
Well, fuck him, son of Sparta. So it was like, it was one of those things that, you know, 10 years ago when I was playing Devil May Cry 3, I didn't really notice that. But now that I'm like this mentality and in this state now, I'm like watching, I was like, yeah, Virgil didn't really do anything wrong. Virgil wasn't the bad guy. Virgil really wasn't. It was like, yeah, he kind of had a roundabout dickish way of doing things, but right. You know, at the same time, he, like I said, he was trying to find his way for, you know, to honor his father, you know, because that's he knew who he was and where he came from, and you know, the only way that Dante was going to understand that was just by kicking his ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, Virgil did nothing wrong. So I am, like I said, this is the kind of shit I think about because I'm so fucking hyped for this game. Like, holy shit. God damn. You guys all got excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, this is my Kingdom Hearts 3 right here. So, it's been fucking over 10 years and one shit-ass reboot. It's been a long time coming to get here.
The reboot.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Yeah, that game was garbage. God, man, that game was terrible. This is why it's like, it was like... So Ninja Theory, you know, is a British company, British developers.
Right. So
that scene right there is about as British as it can get, man.
Really?
You just in your face cussing at you. That's super, super British. Even when you look at like Dante's like look from Ninja Theory, super like British punk, you know, super street hooligan from their style. So everything was just their interpretation of it. Everything was their interpretation. But you know, I don't know if you saw the Devil May Cry bingo board, but I'm also waiting for it. I'm waiting for them to start calling Dante a misogynist and everything. He's such a sexist. And and I was thinking about that too when I was reading that. I was like, how could Dante be a sexist or misogynist? He has terrible luck with women.
Yeah.
Dante has never gotten anything right when it came to females. Like, Lady comes in, and Lady's like, I've got a job for you. Then sticks him with all of the work, and then he gets paid like $5.
Yeah.
So it's like, she totally got over on him.
He gets like no money.
Yeah, he gets like shit on. He gets shit on all the time by all the female characters. So it's like he's how can Dante be a misogynist?
They'll find a way.
Yeah, they will find a way. They'll find a way to label him all of this sexist, misogynist, and it's like, again, this is the kind of shit I think about. This is my fucking game, and even the character of Nico, the new female that is the one that makes all of Nero's like arms and weapons,
right.
At first, I was kind of on the fence about it. I was like, kind of like, country accent, but I'm a fan. I've bought in. Like I said, I strongly think that it was a huge thing about the live action with her grabbing the cigarette. That scene just really stuck in my mind ever since the trailer. But also seeing more about like her in the demo and all that, and how she's just kind of like reckless and all that, and the last trailers and all that. And she's just like, she doesn't give a flying fuck. She'll do what she's got to do.
Yeah.
I think that it's pretty interesting that she has now joined the ranks of characters like Chun-Li, Cammy, Morrigan, Felicia, Roll, as a Capcom girl. She is now a Capcom girl. She is now officially a Capcom girl. And Karin Sakura, yeah? Armika. Nico from Devil May Cry 5 is now a Capcom girl. And I'm like, that's fun. That's pretty interesting. Also, when I was... I made this observation back when Devil May Cry 4 came out originally, and I made a post about it. But basically, everyone knows Nero voiced by Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah.
And then in Devil May Cry 4, his girlfriend / love interest, Kirie, voiced by Stephanie Sheh. But what was funny to me was that they were also in Bleach. You know, obviously Johnny Young Bosch was Ichigo,
yep.
But Stephanie Sheh was also Orihime.
Oh, really?
Waka waka. So when I saw that, I didn't know if Capcom did that intentionally or not. I don't know if it could have been random. Just could have been how the cards fell.
Yeah.
But still, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That, it's Nero and Kirie, and then it's Ichigo and Orihime, and I just kind of I snicker. I laugh every time. I also discovered, too, when I was looking at Kirie and all that in the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, that's the one that, it was, for us in America, it was download only for PS4. I don't know about Xbox, but I know for PS4 for sure. Apparently, it did have a Japanese voice option. Oh, or maybe it was only in Japan, but apparently... Haori Sayami did the Japanese voice for Kirie. And Sayami Haori, if you've seen Kakegurui, she is the main character of Yumeko.
Okay.
Jabami Yumeko. So, the crazy chick that loves gambling.
Yeah.
That's her. And if you played FGO, she's like Martha and Ushi Wakamaru. And a couple others, too. And, of course, I can't remember. But maybe, yeah, those are the two that really... She did a couple of voices in FGO, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. Now I'm curious too, because in the demo you actually did have the option to turn on different voices.
Okay.
So I played the demo in English until I got tired of Johnny Young Bosch, and then I turned it into Japanese just for the hell of it. So knowing, and then apparently they did list Hayami Saori as being in Devil May Cry 5, so I kind of spoiled that Kirie came back. But anyways, I'm tempted. I'm like, the tradition is that you don't play Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, or Dead Rising games in anything but English.
Right.
You just play those games in English. But now I'm kind of like, I might have to break tradition and play it in Japanese because I want to hear Hayami Saori. Oh, and she was also Ruby in Blaze Blue Cross Tag. She was the official Japanese voice for Ruby.
Okay.
So, Sayami Haori, she is kind of everywhere. So, she was also in Tanya. She was Tanya's helper.
Oh, the blonde?
Yeah. The brunette. The brown
that one?
Yeah.
Tanya's the blonde.
Yeah, Tanya's the blonde. But yeah. was it Natalia or whatever? I forgot. I keep forgetting her name. Yeah.
I know who
The
you're
supporting
talking about,
character. Yeah, that was her too.
Okay.
So that's what it was so funny. Was that Aoi Yuki played the crazy one in that one, but then Hayami Sawadi played the crazy one in Kakigurui. So it's good times.
Cool.
But goddamn, I'm so fucking hype. God. Yeah, I everything about it. It's I feel just so attached to Dante because he just reminds me of 80s styles like action heroes.
Yeah.
Where, you go up there, you have this hard fight, and then right before you blow away the bad guy, you say some dumbass one-liner, and then boom, pull the trigger. And I feel that that's kind of what he reminds me of. On this past weekend, we saw... So, Devil May Cry 3 brought in one of the action choreographers from Japanese action movies like Versus and The Returner. Mm-hmm. And it was because of that guy's style that Dante really became defined.
Right.
All those over-the-top, ridiculous, he drove a motorcycle up the side of a building. And that's just because this Japanese director, whose name just eludes the fuck out of me right now, his vision just fit. It was literally what Dante needed.
Yeah.
Because he was... crazy and annoying in 1, kind of stale in 2, but in 3, because he was young and brash again, just what he needed. And so we watched a couple of his movies on Saturday, like Versus, and it just kind of reminded me, I was like, oh, that is so Devil May Cry. That is totally Devil May Cry. Holy shit. And it was like, yeah, everything is just done now in preparation for Devil May Cry, so...
the director that did Versus.
Mm-hmm. The Japanese movie
He also
Versus.
did Godzilla Final Wars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I can't remember his name either, but yeah, he did Final Wars for Godzilla as well.
Yeah. Man. He still does it, too. I think he might have left with Platinum Games. I don't know. I thought he still stayed with Capcom. After Clover shut down, I think he stayed with Capcom. I don't know. I don't really recall.
Okay.
I found something that'll make you happy.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we were talking about Dante.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much a wrap for me. I've ranted enough, I think. In conclusion, Devil May Cry 5, go get it. It's going to be great. It's fantastic. And if you haven't heard the song about 50 times, you have about 3 days to do that and get caught up.
Cool. I don't think I've heard it. At all.
I'll make a post about it. It had the one of the ones that I found, I guess, is the whole song.
Yeah.
Has 20 million views.
Really?
And that caught me off guard because I didn't know that there was that many Devil May Cry fans. Because I felt that there probably after Devil May Cry 3, yes, there was a metric fuck ton of fans. But then the remake happened and a bunch of people just jumped off. They were just never again, done, and all that. So I didn't know that, this would ever get that many. But yeah, it got 20 million views. And I was like, okay, then that tells me that the Devil May Cry fans are still around. So
they're just waiting for something good.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I have written down here a huge chunk. Well, before I go into the Fate chunk, I do want to comment on Fire Emblem because I did pre-order that after the Nintendo Direct. Interesting take. I don't know quite if it's going to pay off for them to go down the school route because it reminds me of what Valkyria Chronicles did.
Yeah.
Valkyria Chronicles 1 came out and it was third-person strategy RPG. It was great setting, great characters, great combat, great everything. Yeah. Everything worked. But then in the sequel, which was on PSP, they said that they wanted to emulate Persona. Goddamn Persona. And they took it to a school setting.
Yeah.
So it was kind of you went to school, you had classmates, and you guys all kind of hung out and chilled together. And it was just kind of funky. So that's kind of what they're doing now with Fire Emblem, where it's going to take place in a training academy. And, you guys train on the school grounds, and then you might do some story missions to advance the stories, and then you go back and train some more. And that's how you strengthen up and get your bond up and all that. And I'm just kind of I don't know. I'm worried. I just got a little paranoid because, like I said, I got burned by Valkyria Chronicles 2. Now, mind you, I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't really mind that at all. I thought it was great. But then again, I'm such a fiend for Valkyria Chronicles that it could have probably just been pissed in a bowl and I would have been happy. labeled Valkyria Chronicles, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna play that." So I mean, yeah. So I'm in the same boat with Fire Emblem. I'm such a fiend for Fire Emblem. I'm probably not even gonna care, and I'm gonna play it. And anybody that says otherwise, just like y'all were trying to hate on Fates, and I'm gonna be like, Fates was fine. I liked Fates. Fates was great. So probably gonna end up being the same thing too. So I still don't really like the designs of the 3 main characters.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe that'll change. I am curious to see how that there's no waifus or husbandos again. So that's kind of funny. We'll see how many people, because I know a lot of people jumped off after the Echoes, which was just a remake of Fire Emblem 2.
Right.
So my cat Dante now is just lying right in front of the microphone. Because, like I said, Dante is a dick. So he's living up to his namesake. But anywho, yeah, Fire Emblem is, yeah, I'm still excited. I got the collector's edition because, again, I do that. But
I do that too.
Yeah. Even if you're on the fence of how the quality of the game is, you still get the collector's edition. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure that there'll be more information. I think it comes out in July, I think.
Oh, okay.
So
it's got a few months.
Yeah, I got a few months. I'm sure they'll put out a trailer probably around like E3 or something. Probably a demo or something. But yeah. So yeah. Next is just going to be a chunk of Fate. And then
the obligatory Fate discussion.
Yes.
Which you know is always going to happen because, well, there's a lot to talk about for Fate.
Yes. I'm going to actually start with the Extella game because that's also coming out right after Devil May Cry, I think on the 19th of March, so in about 2 weeks.
Is this a sequel?
So this is a sequel to Extella. So this one's Extella Link. Extella was the first game.
Right.
And so this one is pretty much more the same, and I think it actually takes place like right after.
Okay.
But this one is going to introduce like a bunch of FGO guys.
Oh, okay.
So they're bringing out a couple more characters that were in Extra, like Karna. But then they're also going to bring in Arjuna, who is an FGO character, Skasaha. They're going to bring in like Lancelot Berserker. They're bringing back Robin Hood. Who else? Astolfo.
Oh.
But Astolfo is relevant because the main character or the main servant is Charlemagne.
Right.
So Charlemagne is Astolfo's boss, basically. So Astolfo being in the game makes sense. It's not just there for just cheap fan service. Drake, Francis Drake is also coming back. And then a couple of the other guys are all returning too. So like Tamamo is coming back. Altera is coming back. John is coming back. Who else? Emiya Archer is coming back. Emiya Archer's alternate costume where he has his long hair too looks hella samurai. It's pretty badass. So it's done by Marvelous. So speaking of Senran Kagura, those are the guys that actually made the Senran Kagura games. So you know, if you like the Muso beat 'em up, there you go. So yeah.
Bless you.
So yeah. So I'm pretty hyped. I've been pretty excited. I liked how the collection edition in Japan for Extella Link came with like a mahjong. So it was actually a mahjong set.
Okay.
I don't know what's the relevance in terms of the game. Maybe they play mahjong in the game. I think maybe that's what's going on. So we'll find out when we play the game. But yeah, I'm pretty interested. I heard that there's going to be a couple of gameplay elements too, so it's not just them half-assing, throwing in servants just for the hell of it. Like, some of them will have gameplay elements attached to why they're in the game. So, I'm super looking forward to it. And yeah, and I'm surprised, quite honestly, that Charlemagne has not made the move over to FGO. But, you know, it could be that, you know, we have seen Astolfo, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then we've seen Bradamante in Christmas come out. So, Budimonte for those that are that inclined. Yeah, I didn't know that she was actually designed by the character designer from Xenoblade Chronicles. So kind of makes sense now.
Okay.
So interesting enough. But yeah, Bradamante, what would they say? Bradamante got like Astolfo's lance and Astolfo's like horse, while Astolfo was like gonna go chase down some shit. So that's why Astolfo jumped on Hippogriff, and he left his horse and his lance with Bradamante. So, in other words, the point is that they have some story together. Okay. So, it's all intertwined and relevant to each other. So,
all right, cool.
That's lore, actual lore. So, anywho, Extella. So, if you like the Musos, or if you liked the first game, and I loved the first game, I thought it was pretty cool. But then again, I'm a huge Nero whore, so...
Yeah, we know.
What do I know?
Anyway.
What do I know? So yeah, so the 19th, I believe you can still pre-order the collector's edition. It's like the Fleeting Glory edition or whatnot. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And that Extella is actually kind of important because right now in FGO, segueing, in JP, today would have been the last day for the Fate Extra CCC event, but they're extending it because I believe something occurred with their White Day in Japan.
Oh.
Their event got delayed, or someone dropped the ball, or someone deleted the files.
That guy's fired.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, they ended up delaying whatever was supposed to be their White Day event, and CCC got extended. So that's great because I haven't even started.
Oh,
so
okay.
I need to get my BB copy. And I also am curious because I want to do the CCC event because in USA, in America, we're going to get the CCC event for the first time next month.
Oh.
And I'm looking forward to that because I want to roll Kiara, as everyone knows her as the Galactic Thought, but I know her as the glorious Ara Ara. So I definitely need a Thought, I need a Galactic Thought. I have Mabe. And so Mabe is just a regular Thought. So now I need a Thought on a galactic level. But that's next month. More immediately, starting tomorrow from this recording tomorrow in FGO, will be the beginning of our White Day event. So what's interesting about our White Day event is we get a in-game item, a ticket basically, that we can redeem for any craft essence that is part of the event. And so you get one for free. You can get whichever one you want. And all of the arts are pretty fucking yaoi. Like, this is literally an event made for the ladies and for those that enjoy Bishonen doing Bishonen things. Like being really close next to each other. Or their arms are situated in certain positions that make them seem really close. And for the rest of us, we're kind of like, okay. And so, me being me, I'm obviously going to go for the Gilgamesh Enkidu craft essence because it ain't gay if it's clay. But,
wow.
No, I always said that too. I was like, because Enkidu, if I ever get Enkidu, I will legitimately use Enkidu. I'm not going to go out of my way to roll Enkidu. I'm wholeheartedly expect Enkidu to someday just show up. But, and when that does happen, I'll be like, oh, okay. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go out of my way to roll him.
I must have this character.
No. I am honestly waiting for our Guda Guda event, because the Guda Guda 1, which will be a rerun of last year's Guda Guda, which is Okita Nobunaga, I want to roll for Okita. I missed Okita, and I kind of underestimated her. But over the year of me agonizing over how adorable and wonderful Okita is, and how it's Aoi Yuki, and Okita Nobunaga is such a funny fucking relationship. They just Kugamiya Rie and Aoi Yuki just really sell the shit out of it. And the way they just wrote the characters in is just fun. So I'm gonna probably drop a bunch of money on Okita, and it doesn't get any easier for me because I think I maybe have about a week or a week and a half reprieve before the Gura Gura 2 event begins, and then I'm going to roll a fuck ton of money for Hijikata. And, you know, I know everyone, when you say Hijikata, it's like, there's always like two camps of people. It's always like those that remember him from Gintama, and those that remember him from like Drifters. Or Closers. No, Drifters, sorry.
Yeah,
Drifters. And it's like, well, you know, it was, you know, a couple other games like Peacemaker Kuragane and Golden Kamui. Which is kind of funny, because if you read Hijikata's description in FGO, kind of sounds like how, you know, he is in Golden Kamui.
Who is he in Golden Kamui?
Hijikata? Old man Hijikata?
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same Hijikata. Toshizo Hijikata. But what's funny about Golden Kamui is that Toshizo Hijikata is voiced by Kotomine Kire in the Fate universe. So the whole like Yorokobe Shonen,
yeah,
that guy, that's Golden Kamui's version of Hijikata. And so that's why I kind of lost my mind when I was like, oh, fuck. And I discovered that just because I was on his Twitter. I was looking for a photo, because when the voice actor, Kotomine Kire's voice actor, god damn, I forget his, he went to the FGO 3rd year anniversary, and he made an Ita bag of Kotomine Kire, because he's a huge asshole. So he made an Ita bag of his own character with keychains and lanyards, and holy god, it was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing. And so I was looking for that picture of him at the event with the Ita bag of Kotomine Kire. And so when I was on his Twitter looking for that picture, he had all these Golden Kamui pictures. And then he even had the hot springs shot with all the dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why does he care about Golden Kamui? This is so random. And then I kept scrolling, and I was like, he really likes Hijikata, doesn't he? And then I was like, wait a minute. And then I went and I looked it up, and I was all like, oh.
That's why.
He's the voice actor. Oh. Fuck. Alright. I get it. And, you know, it's just so, it's so funny. I actually love Golden Kamui's Hijikata. He might be my favorite character. Even more than Sugimoto. Well, maybe not more than a Sirpa, but maybe they're tied. Maybe a Sirpa and Hijikata are tied. Okay. Because he's just, you know, he's such a manipulator, you know. It's literally, they all say in the show, they always tell you, they're like, never underestimate Hijikata, never sleep on Hijikata. Hijikata will fuck you. He will screw you over, or he'll do whatever he needs to do, and he just shows that. He just demonstrates that.
Yeah.
And his description in FGO is like that. They're like, you know, he's stern, he's strict, he is the Shinsengumi. The Shinsengumi is, you know, above all else. You know, he is the, you know, the soul of the samurai. He is the samurai who dresses in modern clothes and uses a rifle. And it was like that scene where it was after Hijikata debuted in Golden Kamui, and then he shows up and he's just using that fucking Winchester rifle, like bam, bam, bam. I was like, fuck. Oh god. Hijikata is fucking monstrous. And funny enough, in FGO, so that's just, you know, him, his personality and his character. But in FGO, apparently, he's not that bad gameplay-wise either. So that's cool. Okay. It would have been one thing to be like, oh, he's so cool, he talks so cool, he's such a cool character, so cool. But then he was ass in terms of gameplay. So that's one thing. That would have been awful. You know, he's so cool, but then he's just terrible as a character to play with. You know, he would just look good, but he would be impractical to use. But it seems to be that that's not the case. Okay. It seems to be that Hijikata actually can be used in actual gameplay. So, and because he's a berserker, that means he takes massive amounts of damage too. But, you know, people have discussed strategies. There's ways to make him work and all of that. And it doesn't seem like he's that overly complicated to use either. So,
okay.
Hijikata is coming out with Gura Gura 2, which will be about early next month. Probably not too long after April Fool's. Okay. And I don't know if you know this, but the tradition is that on April Fool's, they change all of your character artwork into Ryo's drawings. So the guy that did the learning FGO with manga,
Yeah.
they turn all your characters into that style.
That's awesome.
So, and it's only for that day. Only for from 8, well, it'll probably be 9 p.m., I think, so, because daylight savings time, right? So it'll be...
Yeah, it'll be past then.
So it'll be from 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. on April 1st. Your characters will all be done in the learning with manga style.
Oh, that's this weekend.
No. April Fools.
No.
Daylight savings time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's this weekend.
Nice. Good shit.
I have to remember that because work.
Oh, you
I gotta...
make sure you get sleep, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So now I gotta show, because it's good stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, so like those, they turn them into those.
That's awesome.
So
I like the comics.
oh yeah, so and it's like the toys that I have right there. So that was the toys. So they turn them into little figurines too. So yeah, so Ryo's art style is pretty legit, and yeah, for the whole day, your characters all turn into the Ryo style. And then what a lot of people were doing, they were like, oh, post up your team. What does your team look like? And so that's what everyone was doing. So
nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. And then they actually on the Good Smile store in Akihabara, Ryo became the official artist.
Really?
So I know I definitely took a picture of it, but yeah, they had like some of Ryo's original characters were like the Good Smile mascots. So and then obviously I don't know, you may have seen it a couple, but they animated a couple of those for New Year's.
I remember you posted those.
So they animated a couple of those, and A1 Studios did it. So A1 Studios, they're right now they're doing like Kaguya-sama.
Yeah.
So they did that. They did the anime for the FGO Learning with Manga from New Year's. I don't know why America didn't get I don't know how that didn't end up on Crunchyroll. Like that's a major dropping the ball right there.
Yeah.
Like if I don't normally the Japanese, when it comes like Japanese Type Moon and all them Delightworks, they're like, it's a Japanese thing where if it's like a secret or like we haven't gotten it in America, they really want to be like, no, you're gonna like it, trust us, it's gonna be so cool. And it's like, bro, we know, no, you don't know, it's gonna be cool. Japan, we know about it, man. We know you guys are literally following the calendar of releases. We know, Japan, just give it those. No, man, no, you gotta wait, but it'll be worth it, it'll be so cool. And so you're just kind of like frustrated. So and we all know it's coming, but they just they love surprises. They love like that mystery and suspense, and it's like we all know what's coming.
Yeah.
We literally know you guys are following the release calendar you already did in Japan, but it's just the way it is. So I don't know why they didn't do like a simultaneous release. Like they do with like most of the anime now.
Yeah.
It's like it shows in Japan, and then 12 hours later, a couple hours later, it shows up on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do that with this. And to my knowledge, all the characters that were in the New Year's special were already released in America. So there was nobody that was like a year 2 or year 3 character. So I don't know why they didn't do that. But if you haven't seen it, regardless, go find the torrent. I believe it was posted on Reddit. You can even find some clips on YouTube that haven't been taken down.
Oh.
So that's pretty rad. But yeah, they did a pretty solid job on the learning with manga part, and they even got all the voice actors to come back and do their characters. So it was pretty legit. Speaking of, they had the FGO Road Tour last week.
Yeah.
Or now 2 weeks ago, and they had some of the character arts. So they had Medusa Lily, who is Anna in that story, and then they had Merlin. So they had actually shown those a couple of days before the USA Road Tour, but what's interesting is that they had them on the banners at the FGO Road Tour in SoCal in English. So, boom, that's a simulcast.
Yeah.
And so I can't imagine them not putting that on Crunchyroll. Like, Crunchyroll did get the FGO OVA 2 years ago, and then we got the game, a couple months later. But when it comes to the Babylonia anime, I don't see them waiting. Because if it's Fate, and it's based off FGO. If they don't do a simulcast like with Crunchyroll, if they try to do like a Netflix, wait until it's all done, they're just going to pirate it. Let's be honest, they're not going to wait.
No.
They're just going to pirate the shit out of it. So it's in the banners, the promotion art is in English. That it's coming.
Yeah,
it is definitely coming to the States. No word on the Camelot OVA, but because I know you love Mordred. But yeah.
Who?
Dick. Here you go. Boom. Get some history. When's the Mordred VR coming out?
Oh, probably when they do the garbage pickup one.
Oh, you hear this? You hear this? Sound off in the comments if you guys support Mordred. If you guys support Mordred, sound off in the comments. Mordred greater than Artoria. But yeah, that's all good and gravy. Other than that, I can safely say that I finished the Shinjuku chapter maybe about 2 or 3 days using natural AP. I didn't use any golden apples, and I actually legitimately liked the story.
Yeah,
I felt that the Shinjuku story is probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite stories. And I don't know why it is, but I just legitimately had a lot of fun with it. Maybe it was because it was a more modern setting, or maybe it was because of Jalter talking non-stop, endless shit. Like, she just would not shut up. And I was loving it. I just loved it. They have the meme from Hannibal Buress and what's his name? And it's like, Ultra, look at me. And then it's Artoria looking at Jalter. Bitch. So and Jalter had a potty mouth on her, and I had to keep reminding myself. I was like, "This game's rated T for teens, right? It's not M for mature." Because Jalter was all like, "Shit, bitch," and I was like, "Damn, she got a mouth on her." So and they translated it to Ice Bitch Queen. So when Jalter is calling Artoria the Ice Bitch Queen, I'm dying. I'm just dying on the inside. And so I wasn't quite a Jalter fan before. I think I'm a Jalter fan now. It was really, really, really well done. And what can you say? It's Sherlock has now entered the story officially. So I will look forward to rolling him in about 4 months. Come AX. So he's the servant for the 2nd year anniversary.
Okay.
So that'll be about AX. Last year they did it literally at the end of AX. So they shut the server down for maintenance. Then they had the panel, and then after the panel was done, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the server came back up, and then they had turned on. And last year's was Da Vinci. So this year's will be Sherlock. So he'll be the 2nd year anniversary servant banner.
Nice.
So I look forward to rolling for Robert Downey Jr. But yeah,
Cumberbatch.
Benedict, sure, I guess. I still prefer Tony Stark.
He was Sherlock first.
Yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. was a better Sherlock.
Well, I haven't even seen the Cumberbatch one, so I don't know. I've seen the Robert Downey one. That's good.
And I still prefer Iron Man over Doctor Strange, so hey. Waka waka!
I don't prefer Iron Man over anything.
Oh. Yeah. Getting
anyway.
Low. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, so do we want to get into this now?
I mean, we might as well. It's there only one left, right?
Well, this is more drama.
Oh, more drama?
About FGO.
Maybe wait on the drama.
Alright, I'm gonna wait on FGO and I'm gonna wait on Evo. So alright, we're gonna I think that's about it. That's about all I've got to say really about FGO. As always, I think that we'd pretty much just designate the end of these things now to FGO and Fate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fate ruined my life.
It was Fate.
So to wrap up, I do have some things that I am leaving out, but I'll just bring it to you guys on the next podcast. So we'll leave that for the next one.
Yep.
Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. I enjoy our Fate discussions. I learn a lot from you going on about all these events and stuff, seeing as how I haven't really played much.
Yeah, they do a damn good job of keeping you, like, engaged. They really don't want you to go anywhere else.
No. That's my thing with Bang Dream right now. Yeah. Your Bang Dream is like your fate. Is my fate.
Yeah.
So,
I got you.
I still eventually go back to Fate sometimes. Like just to see what's going on. And plus to try to beat the first singularity. Because I haven't done that yet.
You'll get there.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually.
But yeah, I enjoy these discussions about Fate. So yeah.
Well, we'll keep them going as long as there's content and memes, lots of memes. I'll have something to talk about.
There's plenty of memes.
So, closing thoughts about today's podcast. Anything you'd like to say on the way out?
A lot of controversial talk.
Man.
I mean, you can't really get away from it, though.
Yeah.
It's usually something going on that's upsetting somebody.
Correct.
But, I don't know, maybe next time we'll have a less, like, negative discussion about video games. And just, like, have, like a discussion of, like, kind of like the same as, like, Steve talking about Dante, but all the way around.
Yeah, less Atlas, Catherine, and Persona, and more Dante and Devil May Cry.
Yeah. But yeah, next podcast will be a more well-rounded one. Video games, anime.
Yeah. We'll get back into the groove.
And well, I think we'll definitely do a merchandise episode. I could talk about merchandise like for a long time.
And I think we were supposed to do an episode about manga too, huh?
Yeah, we have a plan for a manga only discussion as well. Stuff we're reading, stuff we want to read, stuff that we want to see become an anime.
Exactly.
I know a few that I want to see become an anime. Nagatoro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually they did the commercial for the anniversary or something where Nagatoro had a voice or a voice actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I shared that. I tagged you in that.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to those too, and we'll think of other stuff we could make topics of. And if you guys have any ideas for topics we can discuss, let us know.
Yes.
Because I mean, we're just two people.
and also we are two people, but we want you guys to continue to work to that 6K.
Yes.
Remember, if we get 6K, 7K, we're doing a contest. So spread the word. If, like Roman said, if you guys have comments, suggestions, we're all ears. We are going to implement some timestamps so you guys can jump around to any subjects or topics that you're interested in.
Yep.
So by all means, feel free to join in the discussion. If you guys have anything you'd like to recommend to us to cover, again, completely down. When and again, like Roman said, we did talk a little bit about controversies and all that. And even though our intent is not to offend, we do like to engage.
Yeah.
So if you have a point of view or an idea or an experience that you would like to share with us, feel free to write it in the comments. We'll definitely give you a shout out or an acknowledgement. But all we ask is civility, and we'll get to you. We'll definitely give you some acknowledgement.
Exactly.
So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for checking this out. As always, if you have any suggestions, please share, and we'll get on it.
Yes, please. We could use some.
Alrighty then.
So I think that's pretty much it. So we'll see you in episode 5. Until then, I'm Roman.
I am Steven Sanosuke-sama.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye. Oh, the mouse is all the way over here.